What's up, everyone? Now, I have to talk at the beginning of this stream because, as you can tell, I'm sure if you're looking at the bottom right and the stream title as well, I guess, you can see that I have a new camera and I look different. I should look much better, okay? This is much higher quality. But the problem is that it's being wirelessly streamed to OBS, so there is a chance that it's just going to be so badly delayed and my speech is going to look completely different to my actual audio. So we're going to talk and talk and talk and talk, which is what I'm doing right now, and then I'm going to go to the channel, the Elite Ari channel that is, where I'm streaming right now. We're going to look at it, and hopefully my audio will be perfectly synced up. I guess we should also like watch a video at the same time to see that like the bandwidth isn't the issue. Let's watch Fear of Depths. Okay, it's loading and I'm talking, you know, while it's loading and all that. Okay, that's enough of that. We're never gonna watch that video. Let's have a look. All that. Okay, that's enough of that. We're never. Elite Ari channel that is, where I'm streaming right now. We're gonna look at it, and hopefully my audio will be perfectly synced up. I guess we should also like watch a video at the same time to see that like the bandwidth isn't the issue. Let's watch Fear of Depths. Okay, it's loading and oh, wait, I'm talking, you know. All right, I think it's looking good, okay? I don't think there's a delay. I think it's all perfect. Anyway, Kai Entertainment is here saying you're early. And I actually was early, you know. I actually scheduled the stream for 8:25, but then I pushed it up to 8:22 because I had nothing to do. I was sitting in front of my desk, staring at my new camera, and I thought, what do I do now? Anyway. And when I say new camera, it's just my old iPhone. I found it and I was like, oh, I guess I could just use this as a camera, right? But anyway. I'm working, Ari, I heard, yes. What are you, dumb? I'm very dumb, yes. Elite Ari, let me tell you about a little manga called Heavenly Delusion. I am interested to see what Kai Entertainment thought about Heavenly Delusion. So you better be doing a spoiler-free part of your review when you eventually get a review on Secondary ENT, because I'm on the edge of my seat. I want to know if it's actually good. Anyway. Lally Kawaii is here saying, oh my god, is that Ari? It is me! Oh my gosh. Is that Lally Kawaii, the famous Discord user that I've talked to before? Maybe. Wow, it's so perfectly synced up. That's great. I don't know if you're being ironic now and it's like perfectly out of sync now. I'm going to be so stressed. Oh my gosh, let's go have a look one more time. Oh my god. Hopefully it's like perfect. Oh my gosh, let's go have a look. Yeah, look at it. It's perfect. Perfect sync. Okay. So I tried to do some other things, okay? I tried to, now I don't know if you can tell, but the F sounds when I say like a f or whatever, sometimes they get cut out because I'm using a, I don't know, noise reduction thing, like some AI thing, which is like built in. I've been using this for like a year from now, or a year ago, I guess. And it really annoys me, especially when I record a script using OBS as I do these days. And then it like, you can't hear the word during the script and it like bothers me and I have to go back and like insert it. And that annoyed me so much for the latest poll video. That took me so much effort to kind of reinsert stuff into it. So I was trying to mess with it in OBS and turns out there's just no way to do it. Okay. It's a lost cause. For now, at least. So you're gonna have to deal with my Fs just cutting out every now and then, but I'm sure you have for the past year. Anyway. Damn, exposed as a Cord user. True. I think everyone here is a Discord user. Actually, I don't know if Heath has Discord. I don't think I've ever heard him refer to anything on Discord. I don't think I've ever seen him. I don't think he's in my Discord. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have Discord. But he is here, dabbing. Thank you. I'm ashamed. That's good to hear. But it'll be pre-recorded. Well, yeah, I hope so, right? Oh, wait, no, okay. I completely missed your message there. You said, I'll be recording a Heavenly Delusion thingy tonight, hopefully. Unless Kyle says, I will be recording this thing tonight, I don't believe him, okay? Yeah, why did you have to put the hopefully there, Kyle? That brings the chances of that happening to like 10%, I think. Because I can tell in your mind, the fact that you put hopefully there means that you don't know. You're truly hoping for it. Anyway. Puniwawa is here saying, hey Ari, hello Puniwawa. Add Heath to the Discord, Ari, go ahead. I mean, it's not even my server, it's a kind of entertainment server, or Jarky Bacon server. But also, who knows if Heath has Discord. How much do you love Dan? Oh no, I guess we can talk about that. I think Dan is, and maybe Destiny a little bit, but I think Destiny is a bit more rational, but I don't know, I think Dan's gone a bit off the deep end a bit. But I can understand his frustration as someone who cares about that, like, side of Twitch and everything. Personally, I don't care about Twitch at all, so whatever happens there doesn't bother me one bit. Ay. But I hate, I mean, if you follow my stream, if you watch my videos, you know how much it bothers me when there's not enough evidence for something, okay? And people have very strong convictions with very little evidence. And he had incredibly strong convictions about Twitch with very little evidence, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. But anyway, I don't know. He can do whatever he wants, okay? What if I've got a headache, Ari? Then I can't record. That is true. So, did you put hopefully there because you have a headache, or I don't know? What did he do, Ari? I'm not the most versed on this. Like I didn't watch the full Destiny stream or anything, and I haven't been following all his tweets. But my general understanding is that he uncovered a conspiracy where Twitch was blocking people from creating accounts if you're in Israel or Palestine. As far as I understand, the evidence he had was quite weak. And then Twitch came out to say that they, what was it? I think that using an email address, if you're in Israel or Palestine, doesn't let you perform the verification, so you can't sign up without having a phone number, which to me is not, I don't know, it's not that, like, that doesn't really bother me at all. Like, but maybe I'm just not understanding, or I'm not, like, informed enough. But to me, it doesn't sound that crazy. Like, I guess it doesn't match the level of outrage that Dan has, I guess. But, he has his own, he's more informed than me on this topic, but maybe more misinformed too, who knows? I have it, but I've never used it properly. Don't worry, Keith. I almost call you Keith because there's a K in your name at the beginning. Oh my god. There's no proper way to use Discord, okay? Is this the Jewish thing? Yep, I think so. We have the receipts though. All right, you can tell me where to find them, I guess, and I can look for them. I haven't seen very strong receipts for anything. As far as I understand, the claim that he was spouting was that Twitch is blocking anyone in Israel from creating a new account. Is that true? Is there evidence for that? Because if there is, then okay, fair enough. But I haven't seen any evidence that is like, I guess I've seen some, right? But I've seen two things. I've seen I've seen like some random crop screenshot that people are claiming is a correspondence with Twitch support or something, I think. And I've seen people, like a 3-month-old Reddit thread where someone complained about not being able to make it an account. So yeah. And true, that Dan guy's been spamming Twitter nonstop. We love Dan, okay? Dan's great. He's a great podcast called Anything Else that I love listening to. That's because you're not the Kyle in the Kyle Entertainment Discord where we argue with Miller about nonsense all day. I'm in that Discord, and I do argue with Miller sometimes. But sometimes when Miller's on your side, sometimes it's a nice relaxing feeling. You can chill and be like, don't worry, Miller's going to take my argument over for me. And I love it. I get to see him fight on my behalf, But when he's against me, I hate it. That Twitch defense got community noted. Was there a Twitch defense? Oh, from Twitch? Okay. I don't even know what account they would have tweeted from. But I did see it somewhere. Well, it's not this one. It'll be on the Destiny subreddit. I know that subreddit. I think that's probably where I saw it initially, right? No? Oh, yeah. So this got noted. All right, so we wanted to address concerns we've seen about whether we're preventing Twitch account signups in some regions. When signing up for a Twitch account, you can select an account verification method, email or phone, for added protection. Following the October 7th, 2023 attacks, we temporarily disabled signups with email verification in Israel. Oh, it's a weird. Is there 2 spaces here? What the hell is this? Did you guys see that? 2 spaces. Anyway, in Israel and Palestine. That means they like copied and pasted and like did some weird thing here. Anyway. We did this to prevent uploads of graphic material related to the attack and to protect the safety of our users. Sorry, of users. Signups were not disabled, and we continued to see signups from both regions. Users could choose to sign up with phone verification. We've learned that inadvertently, we did not re-enable email verification signups for either region. We deeply regret this unacceptable miss and the confusion it has caused. We fixed the issue, meaning all affected users can sign up with email verification. We've also heard concerns about whether our community guidelines apply to all content on our service. We continue to enforce our rules as consistently as possible and are actively reviewing content and taking enforcement action where needed. Okay, so to me, I don't know, this seems okay. I guess that makes sense, everything they've said. So what's this going to say? The ban was based on IP addresses, not email addresses, which in most cases cannot be geolocated based on the... Wait. Okay, wait. The ban was based on IP addresses, not email addresses, which in most cases cannot be geolocated based on the address only. Sign up was impossible even when using a phone number. Okay, so this, okay, firstly, this first sentence doesn't make sense, right? Unless I'm misinterpreting it, but wouldn't they be saying that if you use an email address, they wouldn't be looking at the email address and being like, oh, this is an Israeli email address, we can't sign up with that. They would be looking at the IP address you're signing up with when you're using an email, right? And then they block you there. So this first sentence is just wrong, right? But the second one, I guess that makes sense. What's the... Maybe I should open this somewhere else. Just in case, you know? I don't know what's going to be behind that link. I don't know what this says. I think it's written in some language I don't understand. Let me just oh my god, let me copy this. Jesus Christ. The company Twitch, streaming for gamers, blocks the creation of new accounts by Israelis immediately. When you try to create a new account from Israel, you get a "there is a problem" response. When you look at the server's response, you clearly see that the country's IP has been blocked. Well, yeah, that's what they would do if they were blocking a location, right? There's no way I'm missing the point here, right? They're saying, now I'm going to read the chat, maybe you guys understand better than me. They're saying that when you sign off, they obviously look at your IP address. They know where you're from, obviously, right? Every website, when you sign up, they know your IP address. Then, when, like, you can sign up whatever, but when, in order to make an account, you need some way of, like, verifying your sign up to prove that you're a person and not, like, someone spamming the website, right? So they have to either look at your email, which is what a lot of places do, or your phone number, which is a bit more secure because you have to, like, tie it with money or whatever. But in this case, temporarily, they got rid of the, or I guess permanently, accidentally, they got rid of the email method. And then to verify if someone is using an email in these countries, they would look at the IP address, right? And then these people are saying that this is a lie. Like, this deserves a community note because they're actually banning on an IP address and not an email address. I don't know. Like, how else would they expect to ban a region if not with an IP address? How would they know where they are? Right? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. The Twitch, I read that already. Check it out. My break is over, Ari. Oh my god. Kai Entertainment's going to disappear. Twitch has literally admitted that... Admitted what? I should have read this quicker. That's not even in dispute. Okay. Punibaba, do you think Twitch has gone to work? If only. I used to think Dan was paranoid, but I think he is right about this point. Okay. What is his point, I guess? Maybe that's what I need to understand. I don't understand your point, Ari. Are you saying that what Twitch did isn't that bad, or that people are wrong about what they did? I think... Okay, let me think. There's a few things I'm thinking. One, the first... I guess the thing the clearest thing I feel is that if what they're saying here is true, right? If I believe them, taking them at their word, this doesn't seem like... This is like a very minor, like, bad thing, right? Like, okay, you can't sign up with an email, you need a phone number. To me, that's not... That doesn't bother me at all, right? Like, there's plenty... Like, even, for instance, I think, like... What is it, WhatsApp or something? Like, I think you need a phone number, right? You can't even sign up with an email. Or, like... I think even Google, like, if you make a Google account, you need to verify with a phone number, right? Like, that's not that crazy to me. So that's one thing, right? But that's only if this is true. They could be lying or misrepresenting something, right? But the thing is, if they are lying or misrepresenting something, the evidence for that, I haven't seen anything, right? Like, what is the evidence that this is a lie or something they're saying here is being misrepresented? I would need to see something to prove to me that there's, like, something being misrepresented here. And to me, this, like, when I looked at this tweet, which I can open it, you're just not going to understand it, but, like, it's in another language. But this is telling me that when you sign up in a location, they give you an error based on your IP, and obviously that's what they do, because how else would they determine where you live, right? They're not going to base it on your email address. They're going to look at your email, if they need to, but it's going to be based on your IP, right? Like, how else would they know? At least that's what my understanding is here, but anyway. We'll see. We'll follow this, okay? I'm sure it'll evolve over the next few days. Maybe I'll have a... maybe I'll be flipped, you know? I'll get some more evidence, and I'll be like, guys, I am now Team Dan, okay? But for now, I'm not. Why are your followers sexy women, Ari? I have no idea. I guess they I don't even know what's... Let me have a look. How do I get to my account without going on my timeline? I guess there's not going to be anything here, right? What is this? Is this my email? I don't even remember what it is. Oh, ari@eliteari.com. I was like, that's a weird email. This is correct. All right. Where are my followers? I have no verified. I think I have on Elite Ari, like my actual Twitter. I have 1 verified follower. Not bad at all. My goodness. So this is my audience. Pretty crazy. Oh, Miller the Kill. I didn't even see him. Who are Miller's followers, I wonder? No verified followers for Miller. Pretty crazy. Oh, I don't know. This is kind of similar in a way, right? That's kind of interesting. Miller, why do so many I don't know, that's kind of strange. Okay, anyway. The claim is that Twitch banned everyone in Israel from creating a Twitch account since October 7th. Twitch admitted they did this. The validity of their excuse is what's in dispute. Well, okay. We'll open it again. According to Twitch, signups were not disabled and we continued to see signups from both regions. Right? So according to Twitch, which they could be lying, people could still sign up from those regions, right? So you need to prove that, well, I mean, I guess probably the burden's on them to prove that people did sign up. So they haven't really proved that they just claimed it, right? But yeah. Dan apparently got a Twitch internal doc he's dropping tomorrow. Hopefully it's legit. I would not trust Dan's vetting skills, okay? But I guess we'll see. Maybe it is legit. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway. Exciting times, guys. Drama. Alright. So what I have to actually do this stream. Oh, I had some nice tabs open. Okay, Trump works at McDonald's for a day. Reaction. Starting the creaking in Minecraft. I have no idea what that is. And some Iron Mouse DMCA thing. Maybe it's some Twitch drama. I don't know. Anyway, let's see Trump work at McDonald's. I've seen a bunch of TikTok clips, so what's Tyrone gonna think?
So I got in the house today and just came in from the gym and one of my buddies was like, Trump's at McDonald's or something like that, and I didn't know what he was talking about. Then I opened my phone just to check alerts and news, and there it is. So I assume this has to do something like
what is that?
From Kamala
what a laugh, that was great.
He's working at McDonald's. Gotta check this out. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Thought the video had played a little bit. Nope, we're good. All right.
Did he always have that American flag? That's awesome. Oh my god, I need one of these.
All right. By the way, the McDonald's was my first real job after I had been a paperboy for several years. I hated working on fries. I actually never really worked fries. I worked the grill the majority of the time. I worked in the back making sandwiches and all that good stuff. When you got over to the fries were hotter than the grill. I did not realize it. I was like, I can't believe it.
Is that possible?
We had certain girls that were on the fries all day long. And I got over there for 10, 15 minutes, and I was like, nah, I work it for a few minutes. Yeah, but I want to get back on the grill.
What a story. My goodness, this is great. Thank you, Tyrone. I just learned something about him that I never knew. Have you watched the One Piece fan letter? No, I haven't. Why would I watch a One Piece fan letter when I'm not a One Piece fan? Why would he can just wait for One Punch live action season 8? True, yeah, or 9 or 10, yeah. I guess, yeah. There is a chance he could get selected on the wheel before then, but it's unlikely. Anyway, who cares about this? He worked at McDonald's, crazy. Oh my gosh, the spiraling state of animation in 2024. Start of the creaking. I don't know what this is.
So the creaking just got released along with the Pale Garden. And from what I can tell, it basically is like horror Minecraft mod, but actual vanilla Minecraft. It looks pretty cool. But what really interested me is how the creaking spawn and how you kill them. So you have here the creaking heart block. Basically, you place this down and the creaking will like spawn around it and is connected to that. You cannot attack the creaking directly. You have to break this block to damage the creaking. And you know, that's all cool. We've all heard that before. But the main thing above everything else is the name. It sounds very, very similar to a certain event in fiction. Yeah, I'm gonna be starting the Minecraft rumbling, whatever you want to call it. The creaking. So my plan for this video is to rumble, or I guess creak a village. But before we even do this, I gotta figure out what the creaking even does, because I watched Minecraft live and that's basically it. This is the first time I'm touching the new snapshot. Alright, so if we place this down, the creaking heart, I don't really know what it's supposed to do. Do I just like look away from it? Or... I should just have to do this and it'll creak. Oh. Alright, I figured it out. I gotta place it like this, and then the creaking will happen. There we go. What's up, man? Its eyes glow when it senses not a victim. I guess it is a victim. Then if you run away far enough, and then the eyes stop glowing, and then if I get close enough, then the eyes will start glowing. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Oh no. So here we have an unsuspecting village. However, these villagers are on an island different than my island, and I want freedom. Therefore, I have decided to start a small-scale creaking. I need to work on my villain laugh. It's really bad. Alrighty, so we have all the creakings here. Now my question is, will it attack?
Yeah, I just realized, Jesus, my nose is itchy. Oh my god. I shaved before the stream, can you guys tell? Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, I just realized it's by a small creator. It has 200 views. For some reason, I thought this was like an absolute banger, hilarious video it was gonna be, because it's like, you know, these small videos about Minecraft tend to be like really popular, but nope, just some random small person's video.
Because yeah, it isn't attacking villagers. Dang it. I gotta lead the creakings into the village. How sad. Okay, so not all the creakings seem to notice me. Creakings of Minecraft, yeah. This is so stupid. I have started the creaking, and everyone here will die. That is my announcement. Okay, bye. Oh shoot, I'm gonna kill him. Hear their footsteps, bro. This is kind of scary. And then boom. Alrighty, so the small scale creaking is mostly a success. These people are just not caring at all. Let's just go into the village and creak everything. what am I doing? I'll just spawn a few more creakers. Well, y'all...
What is this?
So we have a small amount of creakings, but I've decided this isn't enough freedom. We need a full-scale freaking. Or, no, creaking. I don't want to be arrested before I hit 100k. Oh, no. Okay, wait. Creaking, pause. Freedom can wait for a second. There we go. It's freedom for everyone. Let's go. Everyone loves freedom. Oh, shoot. See that nice little lore accurate death there? Huh? This is freedom. Alright, everyone like and subscribe, and, you won't get creaked, alright? You have my word. Like and subscribe, and move to Minecraft. Thumbs up emoji. Let's go. Alright, bye.
Mappa! Oh my god. Crazy. It was all worth it just for the Mappa reference at the end. That was certainly something, wasn't it, guys? Are you afraid of the creaking like I am? Kind of sad you're a big fan of anime directing and you'll never see the best directed episode of all time. I have seen the best, like... Jesus, Miller. You know what? I'm not even gonna engage. There's no way it's that good of an episode. Jordan Avant is here saying hi. Hello there. Anyway. Oh. Okay, what have we got to do? I did have something. I go through Twitter, I guess. My Twitter. Why do I have a notification? Who just started following me? Oh my god, look at this. Isn't this amazing? Pochta dog. It's like a hot dog, but it's like Pochta. It's funny. It's cute. Oh, I made a Mushoku Tensei character list, tier maker. Now it does spoil like what characters there are, so I'm not going to open it, but... Pretty crazy. I don't even know what to say about this, but I would be shocked if there is another list out there that is as comprehensive as this, okay? I did a lot of character searching to find every single character I could think of. Now, there are some that are not on here, like very, very minor characters, like some random person you met in the Demon Continent in like season 1 of the anime specifically, and they weren't even in the light novel, for instance. I don't think they're going to be there, but most people should be there. I have my funny meme about the Discord sound changing. I got 11 likes. I'm just so popular. Something else was really popular. Oh, the tier list, 8 likes. My goodness. You know, my Twitter growth is exponential at this point. You're wrong. I'm not wrong. The best directed episode of anything ever is obviously, and I've said this many times, every time I talk about the episode I say it, it's obviously Turning Point 2 of Mushoku Tensei. Nothing will ever be better directed than that. Anyway. Have you ever seen I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World? No, I haven't. But you know, I haven't seen many anime. I think I've only seen like 40 anime, I think. I don't know. Watch the first minute, you'll see. Well, I can't watch it right now, but... Why on earth, Miller, would I watch a random One Piece thing, no matter how good it is? Is it like, what is it? Is it, as far as I understand, isn't it like just a random episode? Like episode 1200 or something? Wouldn't it spoil me on like everything? Also, have you seen Dun Dun Dun? Nope. Haven't read the manga, haven't seen the anime. But, I eventually will, I'm sure. Almost certainly I'll watch the anime though first, because I love anime more than I like manga. Oh my gosh, it's a Dun 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 music video. Crazy. because it's the best directed anime episode of all time. I don't know. Is that like a meme that's going around or something? I don't even know. I feel like Miller actually does like this episode, so. I wonder what could make it the best directed anime episode of all time. Like, I don't even know how you would do that, you know? Who knows? It's a special showing the perspectives of some normal people during an arc you haven't seen. Oh, it's not even One Piece. I guess I could watch it then. Did Miller put it on his list? Oh, what is Miller's Twitter? Miller the Killer? Let's have a look. One Piece fan. These are characters I know. It's going to spoil me that Nami is alive in episode 1200. No, I guess it's not, because it's like, Heath said, it's like adapting an old arc or something. I don't know. What about Heath? We have Heath's Twitter up. Did he put it on the list? Oh my god, he did. Crazy. Everyone has. Uzumaki. Oh, that means this is done, so I can finally watch it. How exciting. Unless this Heath is putting on every single episode? No, I don't think so. Also, I decided I'm not going to watch Good Back in the theaters. I want to watch it when I'm by myself at home one day, you know? So I'm going to watch it digital. It's just too special to me, you know? I can't believe your tier list doesn't have Gablin in it. 0 out of 10. Is that the weird looking goblin guy? Or am I thinking of someone else? Maybe that's from Slime. I don't know. But true. I guess I can add them if you really want. Just read 600 One Piece chapters then. I mean, there's 0 chance I'm reading One Piece. If anything, I'm watching the anime. So how many episodes is 600 chapters? I guess it would be 1,200 episodes, right? I don't know. And Mitzi has no friends to watch Look Back with. I would not watch that movie with friends. Why would you go and watch an emotional movie with friends? What would be the point? Like, imagine seeing, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once, but with friends? They'll, like, ruin the whole movie. Some movies are meant to be experienced alone. I'm seeing it on Saturday. That's good. That was when I would have watched it. I looked at the theater and the times and everything, and I was like, oh, I could watch it here. The theater was pretty empty. There was only, like, 2 seats taken. And then I reflected and I thought, no, I want to give this movie the best optimal viewing experience I could ever have. So I'm going to do it when I'm at home, you know, watching, fully immersed, no distractions. I can rewind if I miss a bit of dialogue. I can appreciate all my favorite moments by going back and rewatching them. Maybe I'll record a reaction video as well, but probably not. That's the bird who fucking dies. Oh yeah, true. I do remember that. I missed that. Because I think I had his 2 friends or something, right? But I didn't have him. But that's a shame. I saw Everything Everywhere with friends. Did you cry, Miller? Because I cried. Actually, I don't think I did cry, actually, now that I think about it. But I was close, okay. It's 522 episodes. I can do that. But first I gotta get through like 34 episodes of Yuri Yuri. And then I'll be free. I'll be able to watch whatever I want. Anyway, Iron Mouse DMCA. Let's go.
This is a wild thing. We actually haven't seen this before. But basically what happened was somebody did some...
Wait, is this Aspen Gold? Or is that just his voice? Or does it sound similar? I don't know.
This is a wild thing. We actually haven't seen this before. But basically what happened was somebody did some copyright strikes against Iron Mouse's VOD channel and also her main channel on YouTube. They did DMCAs. The problem with this is in order to refute a copyright strike, you have to give your personally identifiable information, your PII. This includes your name, address, phone number, so on and so forth. This is part of the DMCA process. It's not a YouTube demand. This is a part of the DMCA demand. This person was doing this to try and dox Iron Mouse. That's the reason they were doing it. So Iron Mouse couldn't send the information, which means she got all the strikes. Channel got taken down. Horrible, horrible behavior. YouTube got enough pressure from the public that they said, hey, this is bullshit, and they brought the VOD channel and the main channel back up. So I'm really glad that that happened, but it shows you if Iron Mouse did not have the large community that she does, this
is kind of crazy. How does that even work? No, because what I'm thinking is like from YouTube's perspective, why I guess Iron Mouse is very popular, so they would care. Like, as far as I understand, it's like someone puts a video up and then the copyright holder is like, hey, that's my stuff. Don't do that. You're not allowed to have a video on that. That's my stuff. And they can send like a legal notice through YouTube, right? And then if you refuse to respond to that legal notice, then you get striked, right? How would you possibly improve that system?
This would have been very different. And I think this is a very clear pathway for abuse on a platform like YouTube, and it needs to be resolved in some way because this could be used against.
I am curious what his suggestions will be, because I don't know how you would fix something like that. Because you'd have to deal with legal stuff, right? Would you how would you possibly deal with this? I don't even know.
Smaller creators that don't have that kind of a platform, and there's nothing anyone would be able to do save them. And I think that's not great. I think that's a really big problem. So yeah, no, this is not good, dude. But thankfully, in this case, it got resolved. But like, damn, that's not great. Fake DMCA takedowns need to be prosecuted as fraud. They're supposed to be able to be. That's illegal. Not supposed to do that. Can't you just use an LLC? Not everybody has those set up for that reason, right? Not a lot of people realize you got to set up like a shell company to deal with
Wait, is he not going to suggest a solution?
that shit. And I think that's important to understand. Yeah, the DMCA dispute shares the information with both sides. Bingo. But the attacker could put in fake information, which is like, what the hell, man? Are you safe from such things? No, but we also have a company in the way. Like, if somebody DMCA'd me, I'd be like, all right, let's fight. We've done it before. Did you know we actually got a fake DMCA claim one time? Did you know that? It was 300 attacks on the channel, long time ago.
I gotta think we're getting a solution here. But that's interesting. That sucks. But how would you fix it? I have no idea. It's a terrible world we live in, guys, isn't it? There's just no way to solve some issues. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I think it was a close cry movie. That's good to hear. Have I ever cried in a movie theater? You know, unironically, the closest I think I've gotten to crying where I was like holding back, I was like, I can't cry now. I'm in a movie theater. I think it was when I was watching, it's going to sound so dumb, okay? But when I was watching Avengers Endgame. And when Captain America is all alone and all the people like come out of the portals like next to him, I'm like, I can't cry. It's an Avengers movie. I can't cry, but I'm so close. I'm like, oh my gosh. If I was like watching this at home by myself, I'd be crying right now, but I can't because I'm like with all my friends and stuff and we're in the movie theater. Oh my gosh. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Okay. Don't worry, Lead Ari, I'm back. Just 24 minutes behind. That's great. Ay, ay, ay. Movie theater seems like the best place to cry. I mean, it's probably like second best to like in your home, right? When there's no one else. But it's not, yeah, you're right. It's not terrible. It's not like you're in a restaurant and everyone's like looking at you when you're crying. It's like a dark place, you know, no one sees you. But also it's like, it's a bit stressful because it's like if you cry, then you have to like quickly like recover from crying. Otherwise, like people are going to see you're crying and it's like, that's a social bad thing, you know? People look down on you. It was No Way Home and Guardians 3 for me. That's Guardians I can understand. No Way Home. I wonder what was like the emotional element to that. Actually, don't remember. I guess I wasn't very invested in that movie, but I can believe it. I can believe someone being close to crying for those. The crying to an Avengers movie is cringe. True, you know. I mean, what can I say? It was 12 years in the making or something, right? 14 years. I don't know. It was the climax. I had to cry, even though I didn't. I held it back very successfully. It's socially acceptable to cry in theaters. Maybe. Maybe it is yeah, you're right. You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's in my mind. Don't see the problem. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I've truly never thought about it. It's one of my inherent, like, biases, you know? You shouldn't be crying in movie theaters. Kyle Ari said he'll consider watching 522 episodes of One Piece to watch this special. I guess I did technically say that. That is like the most Kyle Entertainment thing to say ever, right? Like he'd be like, I have to watch this stuff before I watch the special. So maybe I should just watch it because then like, I don't want to be like Kyle, you know? We're different people. I mean, truly, I just have no interest in watching this thing. You know what I'll do? Here we go. If Blind Wave reacts to it, then I'll watch it, okay? Because then I can watch their reaction and stuff. Oh my god, or if Film Buff reacts to it, that'd be crazy. But there's no way to him. He always says that One Piece is too special to me. I'd never react to it. But that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? You know, he had an emergency again today. You know, his brother had surgery like a week ago and there were complications. So he's had a few days like where he's had to be with his brother. And today he had like another follow-up or something. So he had to be with his brother again. Poor Film Buff, you know? Terrible. They definitely won't. It spoils everything. Well, then if it spoils stuff for them, why would I watch it? It'll spoil stuff for me. Anyway. But Miller did say it's on the Mal top anime. Oh, it didn't even beat Free Rent. It's number 2. Oh my god. I'm disappointed in the One Piece fans. I know how much they love to manipulate the ratings, so they really couldn't get it in first place. That's pretty crazy. I guess it's been... I don't know when it came out. I would assume it was yesterday, right? But I guess they still have a chance to do that. Are there any posts on the One Piece subreddit saying, guys, you need to go upvote this on... or is that called brigading? Or maybe they're not allowed to do that. My Mal. Hey, I've seen this movie. One Piece turns 25 years old today. The heck is this? Is that Asuka? Who the hell is this? What is this? Is this from that thing? The Miller saying? This looks awesome. Like this one specifically, this shot here. Crazy. I've never been on the One Piece subreddit. First time ever. But just watch the first minute and you'll understand. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch it off stream. Ay. Okay. I'm seeing my camera. I'm going too far down like this, you know? I need to like be like more set up. I don't know why I do that. I guess like I have my hands on my desk, so it goes down. I don't know. Anyway. And I sit like this a lot. I've noticed. It's just so comfortable, you know? Check how many ones it's been given. Can you do that? I don't even know how. I'm sure there's a way. I wonder if it would just be an episode, right? Would it be on the IMDb? Because this will be the true rating here. Do I have to like scroll? There's no way I have to go all the way to the bottom, right? I guess because it's a special, it's like not on here. I don't know. Who cares? One Piece, more like lame piece. We don't like it. I've not seen any episodes of One Piece, but the letter F was one of the best animated episodes of anime I've ever seen. That's interesting. Luke told you it's good. Wait. No, told you it looks good. That's not true. You told me it was the best directed thing ever. Though I have no idea what was going on plot-wise. Sure. Under the stats tab at the top. Under the stats tab? No, that's not my anime list. Jesus. My anime list. Top anime. Under the stats. Okay, wait a minute. Under the stats tab at the top. I didn't even know there was a stats tab. What the heck? Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this. 301 people hated it. Maybe I'll be one of those people. I doubt it though. Not bad at all. Now, why does it have its own entry? Is it because it's like a separate special, I guess? Maybe. Though I had no idea. What was it? I read that already. It's not an episode, it's its own thing. Okay, that makes sense. I think it's separate from the main series. I saw people saying it beat the AOT special on IMDb. Well, I would suspect the only reason it did is because of One Piece fans, like, downvoting the special, right? Like, my understanding is that... Actually, you know what? I'm not sure. I'm not that confident. But what special are you even talking about? Like, I don't even think the last episode... They're definitely not the highest rated, right? Was there a special Attack on Titan episode that I'm not thinking of? Or did Miller not say Attack on Titan? I just, like, read that? Wait a minute. Oh, no, he did. AOT specials. I don't know. I just Google search Sakuga Boro One Piece fan letter. No, we hate Sakuga, okay? We hate the Sakuga community. Would never support that terrible website made by that hack journalist that we hate, Kevin, or whatever his name is, who wrote that bad article that we didn't like that one time. To get an idea of the visuals. No, don't worry, okay? One day I'm sure I'll watch this thing. But will that be today? Will that be 5 years from now? I have no idea. We'll see. It's a TV special for the 25th anniversary. Okay, I think I have a good idea of what this is now. So maybe I'll consider it. Maybe if I have a spare 20 minutes. Is it actually, last question. Is it 20 minutes long or is it like extra special long? All right. What else did I have to talk about? Twitch. We talked about Twitch. Oh, you know what else I was doing today? Have you guys heard of Tobuscus? You know, he's like a creator. I've been listening to his old songs, as I always do, because, you know, he made great music back in the day. And then I saw that he, like, made a conspiracy video song, and I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. Because, like, he probably believes in this, like, a little bit. Because I know he's, like, a big Trump guy now. A big, like, anti-establishment kind of guy. Yep, he made a song about the hurricanes. But then, don't worry, guys, in the comments, he said, I'm just making fun of the stuff people send me. If this was actually happening, we'd know. For now, nah. So don't worry, he doesn't believe that the hurricanes were delivered by the government. But one day they might be, okay? But that's not why I brought this up. Basically, this was the first time where when I was a kid, I watched Tobuscus, right? When I was like 12, 13, I don't know, whatever, like in 2010 or something. And he was like I saw this comment. It was pretty crazy. And it like pretty much exemplified what I thought exactly, basically. Like, ever since I was 12, I saw Toby as like this god of YouTube, and then I come back here 10 years later to see his origins, just to find out he was another 20-year-old goofing around with a camera. It's like, it is so true. Like, I'm sure, I don't know how old he is. I mean, I guess I could infer, because some of his lyrics say like years he was born or whatever, but it is just funny to think about how, like, this is his first video, and it's like something I could easily make, right? Like, he's younger than I am now, basically. It's like just so funny to think about, like how differently I perceived him when I was younger versus now, like when I'm older, looking back at it. It's crazy. And then I watched the video where he was like at a convention, and he was like walking around women and calling them hot and stuff, and I was like, this is uncomfortable to watch. So, yep. Anyway. Yeah, normal length, 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Tyrone was pissing me off. Oh my god. Today, Ari, you should know what his you should watch his Undertaker video where he shits on our boy Batista. I don't like Batista. I mean, I like him as an actor in Blade Runner 2049. That was pretty sick. But other than that, I don't like him. You can't sing, Ari? You don't know that, Miller. Maybe I can sing really good. But can Tobuscus sing? I mean, obviously he can, but like, is it like extraordinary singing ability? Is that really what makes him like popular? I don't think so. Actually, I would definitely say his music stuff, like actually knowing how to like use a piano and stuff, is great. But I mean, these days you can use AI, right, to just do that.
This song sounds dramatic, but I'm bad at writing words. If you don't speak English, this probably sounds pretty good. You'd probably think
like this is an achievable thing to create, right? Like I think his like talent was his creativity, undeniably. Like he's made a wide variety of videos, and they're all very unique, I guess, and interesting. That's I think why I would say he's successful, I guess. Which obviously that's the hard thing to replicate. But it's, yeah, you know, interesting. Perspective, you know. Age gives you wisdom. Age gives you perspective. Anyway. Oh, another thing was also the consistency of his videos. Like, how, not consistency in terms of quality, but like in terms of how quickly he would release stuff is also pretty crazy. Like there was if we go back, also, if you've never watched Tobuscus, you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but I'm sorry, my apologies. But where is it? Let's go back. Like, where is it? Where are the famous ones? Like, dramatic song. Okay, this is like a staple of my childhood. This is crazy, right? This is like the most amazing video ever made, right? May 2012, right? And then he makes like a few videos, whatever. Makes like a literal video, and then he makes like this. The Sidebird song. And with this one note, that's all I had to hear to be like, oh my gosh, it's the greatest song ever. July of 2012. 2 months later, he makes like another, like, all-time crazy, amazing video, one of the greatest videos on YouTube, right? Insane. And then, the 13th of July, 2012. So 2 weeks later, he then drops one of the Another one of the best songs ever made on all of YouTube, right? The Dark Side 2 literal trailer. It's crazy. I don't know. Anyway. No one's going to understand, you know. I'm the only one who understands because I'm the only one who watched this kind of stuff, but the consistency of his output was crazy, basically. I could never replicate this. I can't even put a single 5-minute scripted video out every month, you know. Anyway, I guess speaking about my channel now, though, so I have been going back and watching some digest stuff. I went back and watched the Heavenly Delusion thing because Kyle was talking about it. What else did I watch? I saw Priam commented on, Priam is one of our chatters here. He commented on my, what was it? My look back review, or like look back discussion thing on my digest, and I watched that. And I miss it, guys. You know, because it's so much, firstly, it was so much effort to just like have to dedicate like 3 hours to record. But going back and having an archive of stuff where I would talk about in depth and like I'd make points and stuff, and it wasn't just like my, you know, my 5-minute monthly scripted video where it has like a broader appeal in that, but like I don't really say anything of worth. I kind of miss it, you know, and it's only been a few months. Like maybe I could just go back to it. Oh yeah, we'll see. And I guess it's also different because I live in like a different, like I live by myself now, so I can record it anytime without having to worry about either getting distracted, like getting interrupted on, or like having to be quiet if it's like too late or anything. So it's probably, I probably could do it better now, but yeah, who knows. If only there was a 20-minute special you could talk about this month. True. I could have one line and be like, you know what? You know, this isn't for me. You know, I'm not a One Piece fan, but, you know, I enjoyed it. It was okay. It was like a 4 out of 5. You could tell there was a clear vision behind it, you know? The passion in its production was evident. That's probably what I'd say. How many views am I on now for this? 860, not bad. 1,000, we reached 1,000. Amazing. All right, let's get serious now, guys. How long have I been streaming? 47 minutes, not bad at all. What have we got? This is funny. Dear fans, you can't write the author's work better than the author. Oh no, it's a JJK thing. I just saw the thumbnail. It's gonna be spoilers? Actually, it might just be spoilers. Damn. When anime finally made guns scary.
Have you ever considered the problems that guns pose for writers? Think of it through the lens of a magic system, a small tool that anyone can use with little to no skill or training that's capable of killing a primary character at any point in the story. It's such a problem that so often in anime and storytelling, guns are nerfed, made to be less deadly and dangerous.
True, Black Lagoon, that was the whole problem with every little bit of action in that damn show, except for the final season, because that was sick.
Not only is this common, it's the standard. But as a trope becomes more common, there's actually space that's created for someone to come along and subvert it. Oh, and what if that subversion ended up offering so much more than just playing with audiences' expectations? My name is Pei, and today we're talking about when anime finally made guns scary. There's a long history of nerfing guns in media, not just anime. There's the famous trope of henchmen who can't aim, the most obvious example being stormtroopers, or also from Star Wars, giving Jedi lightsabers that can deflect bullets away from them. But there's also that trope of grabbing a bullet out of the air, or giving a hero powers that nullify any danger guns carry. In any story built around action, unless they're in the hands of a hero, guns are rarely effective. But even when guns are deadly, they never seem to hit protagonists in vital places. That being said, there's still no shortage of guns in anime. But what about a show where fear of guns is a central plot point? An anime with so much hype around its release that it seemed impossible that it would ever live up to those expectations. Until it did. We're coming up on 2 years since Chainsaw Man first started airing, and if you weren't around for its release, you probably don't.
Oh my god, he's right. That's crazy to think about. Keep asking the most anti-spoiler person on Earth to spoil the best OP arc. Keep asking the most anti-spoiler person on Earth to spoil the best One Piece arc. So I feel like Heath is talking about Miller, because I know Miller's like, but then how would Heath know that? I know Miller's very anti-spoiler, because he like mutes stuff on Twitter, right? But I don't know, that's like a cryptic message. I'm not sure I could understand. The hope is he watches the first, second one. Wait, the hope is he watches the first, second, and is so blown away he watches all of One Piece. Okay, so I guess he was talking about Miller. Or maybe he's talking about me. Maybe I'm the most anti-spoiler person. I guess that's possible. Anime Chainsaw Man. Another cryptic message. I don't know. Chainsaw Man isn't anime.
understand how much hype surrounded this show. There were lots of contributing factors, like the popularity and die-hard fans of the manga, or that Studio Mappa had created a
Oh, we
hell of a
love
reputation
Mappa.
for itself
Oh my
by, like,
God.
2020. Surely that held up. Something I've argued
It
multiple
did.
times in my previous videos is that expectations are as much a curse as they are a blessing. So when I sat down to watch the show for the first time, I don't know how it could ever live up to the hype. And for me, for the first 7 episodes, it didn't. It was good, not great. And yes,
Oh,
huge
he's a
portion of that was
hater.
probably these unreasonable expectations I carried into watching the show for the first time. And then episode 8 happened, and it went from being a good show to an outstanding one. Today's video is brought to you by me. I'm surprised at how many people are supporting this channel on Patreon. It's pretty cool. Someday soon, I'll replace this with actual ads that'll be way more profitable, but in the meantime, if you want to support the series or the channel and have
Wow.
disposable income, consider going to my Patreon. There's a link in the description below. It's not uncommon for stories to reach a tipping point. In writing, there's something that's often pointed to called the inciting incident. Discussion around inciting incidents tends to imply that there can only be one that starts the story, but I think there can be many different inciting incidents that happen across the story. Some can function as red herrings, while others are setting up bigger, more interesting inciting incidents. This all just depends on how often a story evolves and shifts tone. This comes back to a storytelling structure that I learned from Brandon Sanderson called bracketed ideas. That plot and character arcs are not singular, but rather an amalgamated network of different ideas that are introduced throughout the story. Each time an individual part is introduced, that's the opening of a bracket, and when it's resolved, that's the closing. Sanderson argues that any finale is built around the closing of many different brackets, and potentially the opening of new ones. Let's say you were creating a world where there were monsters called devils that gained power based off of the negative emotions surrounding them in the world, like fear, for example. If a devil is at any
Oh, devils. I thought he said pebbles, and I was like, is he? Why is? Okay. Oh my
killed,
God.
that's a reset before they slowly start to garner power again. Things that cause more fear would therefore be more powerful, especially if they've gone a long time without being killed. There would be some industry surrounding the protection from devils, maybe hunters, for example. And what if devils were used by hunters or the military? What if people could strike deals with devils, gaining access to some of their power for a trade-off? These are all open brackets that are introduced at the beginning of Chainsaw Man. And while some will close, others will create new questions, playing into the story's first and then second major inciting incidents. Because all of these brackets contribute not only to the plot and character arcs, but also the tone of the story. Chainsaw Man's first inciting incident is kind of exactly what you would expect from a shonen, except with a much darker tone. Denji, the main character, is living a brutal life, and before he even gets a chance
Oops. I actually didn't mean to do that. Ah, Jesus. Crazy. Everything he's going to talk about is going to be because of the manga, not the anime. Why? Because the manga came first? Is that why? My goodness. Shouldn't then he be referring to the inside of like Fujimoto's head or something instead of the manga? Because that came first, right? God, this video sucks. Damn true. Mr. Gems is doing a -+. I wonder why. Thanks for telling me arcs have inciting incidents. That is true. Arcs do. And you know what? I learned about the brackets. That was pretty crazy.
to change it.
But he's getting to the inciting incident in this video, okay? Afterwards, we're gonna be changed forever and think it's going to go from good to great.
It's betrayed by an already shitty group of people. Now, before things come to an end for him, he's actually saved by his companion, a demon dog named Punchita, otherwise known
Demon?
as the newly reset Chainsaw Devil. Denji, who's now no longer really a human, is taken in by the Devil Hunter Association. It's a standard start to a shonen with a bit of a darker twist. And while there are some outstanding plot choices and themes in the first 7 episodes, the second inciting incident is really where my perception of the story shifted. In many ways, Chainsaw Man starts as a hyper-typical shonen. There are normal amounts of twists and turns that are engaging, with great scenes and little mini arcs that set up the show well. By the 6th or 7th episode, it starts to really feel like you know what's coming next. But that's when they get you. You see, the story has a really interesting dynamic surrounding antagonists. The most prevalent, especially in the beginning, is the Gun Devil, a terribly dangerous monster that had impact on millions of people's lives. So given the way we understand anime to generally approach guns, especially in battle shonen, and the rules that Chainsaw Man has introduced in its magic system, there's going to be some contrast. If this story were really to hit, guns should be scary, but how they're going to navigate that seems tricky until episode 8. Important context for the second inciting incident is that in the world of Chainsaw Man,
I don't know why it would be tricky. But okay.
being a devil hunter is an incredibly dangerous profession, especially in the public sector. So after we get a couple arcs and interesting dynamics, eventually we get all of our characters in this ensemble cast to sit down for a dinner. And just as you're starting to get to know a lot of these characters, we get arguably the most engaging escalation I've seen in modern shonen, and it's all built around just how terrifying guns can be. Spoiler warnings for episode 8 and 9 of Chainsaw Man. These specific episodes of Chainsaw Man are a masterclass in viewer experience, sound design, directing, and writing, and it's all built around a synchronized attack of the Tokyo-based Devil Hunters Association. There's all these important characters that are introduced across the first 7 episodes of Chainsaw Man, and at the forefront of these important characters is Makima, a powerful member of the Devil Hunters Association that's responsible for Denji. And in the first 7 episodes, she's set up in a lot of really interesting ways, which makes it even more shocking when she gets shot. There's this fantastic scene leading up to this tipping point where the metaphorical roller coaster ride starts. There's this uncanny moment where 4 characters dip their head in unison. Then it's matched with expert sound design and pacing. There are ruffling of bags and zippers, and then just off screen, a gun. Before you know it, this character that's been set up the entire season is dead. And it's not just her. Suddenly, there's an organized attack on all the characters we've been introduced to. It's terrifying and fantastically written. And it's all built around making guns scary, which is so subversive. But also that's kind of crazy when you think about it, because the subversion is just based off of the opposite of what's actually intuitive, because it poses a problem for writers. It shouldn't feel subversive to make guns dangerous. Guns are dangerous. That's a standard. But that's the thing. When it comes to watching battle shonens, people may not even realize that they don't expect guns to be dangerous. It's like this implicit understanding. But the really interesting thing about these two episodes is while the premise is fascinating.
You know what did it better? And it was like thematically important and everything, and like it's not even close. Hunter x Hunter, obviously. Netero, you know? No, I mean, no spoilers for anyone here, but can you believe it? Humanity's infinite capacity for evolution or malice or whatever. My goodness.
It's only the first part of a 1-2 punch, because Chainsaw Man doesn't only have one antagonist. Making guns scary was subversive and fantastic, but what makes these two episodes work so well is that they make someone else scarier. Remember when I talked about how they had set up Makima so much up until this point? Well, it turns out that's for good reason. Makima has been this weird balance of caring and manipulative, providing the protagonist Denji with some direction and kindness. But from the very start, there's this uncanny underlying tone that's implied that feels incredibly disconcerting. So after this huge crescendo and twist, suddenly Makima stands up. For some reason that isn't explained in the anime yet, she can't die. And that's just the start of the bullshit that is her
We didn't
character.
know that.
I mean, literally, a character calls her abilities bullshit. Because as scary as this organization is in these two episodes, what's even scarier is the way Makima responds. Chainsaw Man did something I didn't think was possible, which is completely blow me away despite being one of the most overhyped anime releases ever. To live up to those expectations is an incredibly difficult challenge. And while the premise of this video is absolutely built around the subversion of expectation with guns in media, what made Chainsaw Man so impressive is that it wasn't just one, but 2 episodes with fantastic execution. This subversion was just the first part of a 1-2 punch. A set of episodes so impressive that I decided to revisit them 2 years later. Thank you.
It was okay, I guess. I don't know. True, guns are subversive. I feel like I got the point of the video from the thumbnail alone, but it was enjoyable to watch, you know? Nice, simple, isn't Chainsaw Man good guys kind of video. I liked it. But Hunter x Hunter did it better. Okay, doesn't matter. All right. Oh, my minus and plus are bound to mute deafen on Discord. Just a misclick. Shouldn't have sent that. That's pretty crazy. So many views. Man, we're doomed. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. That's crazy. Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's the same thing with the, what was it? The Every Frame of Painting and the Nerd Writers. No, Nerd Writer was good, right? It was like another channel that was like, I like Nerd Writer, right? I'm pretty sure. But like stuff like that, which is like, it's very simple, like kind of very broad audience appeal and very easy to watch. And it's like, that makes sense why I get so many views, I guess. Oh no, it was this channel. Wasn't this a really bad video?
Fear is a pretty universal experience.
That didn't make any sense? Oh no, not this one. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Oh no, it was this one. Right? Where I was like, I don't know what he's saying. And then I think all the comments disagreed too, and I was like, wow, I can't believe everyone actually disagreed. Anyway, crazy. When that guy gets killed by the gun at the end of Marineford. Nah, One Piece can't be subversive. It defines the genre, right? But yeah, Hunter x Hunter is actually subversive. None of the Chainsaw Man characters who die by guns are actually strong. I mean, in some regard, you're correct. Yes, yeah, true. That is like one of the interesting elements of the Netero scene. Like that is one of the subversive elements there. Okay, anyway. Guys, can you believe Hunter x Hunter has like a manga and the manga's still coming out? I can believe it. I don't know why I just refreshed there. Anyway. Oh my god, are we going to watch Acolyte Discourse, guys? So famous. Are you excited? Wait, I recognize her. Wait, do I? I think she's talked to Destiny, right? How would I even find this? Popular? Okay, no, maybe she's too... Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. 13 most embarrassing tech failures, production hell. I don't know. I don't want none of these. Let's just watch this.
This actress Amanda Stenberg is clapping back at critiques and backlash that she's receiving on the internet, and she's calling her critics racist, bigots, calling them oppressors, and she's responded in the form of a song. And today we're going to talk about the controversy that led to this song and respond to the song itself. Now, one of you, I got to shout you out. Let me know about this and tag me on this on Twitter, and I'll show you right here. You said, Amala Epinobi, please ring her out. And I had to respond with my little salute. I don't know that I'm going to ring her out, and I'll tell you why. I have a soft spot in my heart for Amanda Stenberg, and it's because she's been a celebrity that's really popped up in blips in my life, and I see a lot of my former self within her, and I'll have to show you a picture of my former self so you understand that. We'll pop it up on the screen, and you'll see it, especially once we get to the music video here. But yeah, Amanda Stenberg, you'll recognize her face. She was Rue in the first Hunger Games movie. She's been in other films like...
Oh my god, she's like famous? I thought the Acolyte was like the first thing she ever did. That's crazy. Is this... I don't know who this is, but they're in a movie? Oh my god, that's crazy.
Bodies, everything, and most recently...
I had absolutely no idea that she was like in other movies. I truly thought Acolyte was like, that's why it was such a big deal that she was getting harassment, because she was like, that was like her first time acting or something.
Recently, she was cast as the star in Star Wars: The Acolyte, the new streaming series that they have on Disney+. Now, we've been watching The Acolyte and responding to all the different episodes, and you know
that kind of frames a little bit of my perception of her character in that.
Woke show, so they had to have a woke actress play the lead roles of May and Osha, and that's Amanda Stenberg. She has a long history of activism, particularly in the realm of race, talking about her blackness and being a person of color and how that affects her and others within her community. So it's no surprise that we're now dealing with this side of Amanda. Now, let's talk about the controversy and the background that led to this new music video before we watch the music video. In 2018, I believe, Amanda Stenberg was on Trevor Noah's show doing press for her movie, The Hate U Give. Now, The Hate U Give is a movie that was a book originally that surrounds the idea of police brutality and specifically the killing of a young, unarmed black man, and Amanda plays a lead female role who is one of the friends of this black man who ends up losing his life. Now, this clip of Amanda Stenberg on the Trevor Noah show ends up going viral recently in this year, 2024.
When people watch The Hate U Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone has a slightly different feeling.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal. It was the goal.
Okay, so there you go. And many were calling this racist, including myself, and I stand by that statement. Others were saying this is clipped out of context. What she's saying in this Trevor Noah interview, which we'll get to and show to you, is that she wanted to, with this film, ignite a sense of empathy in white people for people of color, because she believes that white people don't truly understand.
You know what? I don't care. Okay. I thought this was going to be about The Acolyte, but it's not. Aren't you tired of this? Absolutely not. You know, we love The Acolyte. All right. But you know what I am tired of? This stream, because we got nothing else to do. What could we possibly fill with the rest of the time here? We can do a hoodle. That's what I do when I have nothing else to do. Oh no. I have no idea what this is. Aliens in London. Aliens of London. No. What could this possibly be? This kind of looks like it's a flashback to like the actual episode. But when would they flash back? I guess the end of time, maybe? Part 1? Oh, I got it. Oh my god. Easy. 2 guesses. Alright, well. Let's do another one. I haven't seen this, I don't think. Oh no, that was that one with the slugs or whatever, right? Dun 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 dun. Dun. Okay, I was trying to sing Donna's theme. Is this Fires of Pompeii? No. Is this the Sontaran Stratagem? Or the Poison Sky, maybe? Oh, I got it. Oh, my goodness. What can I say? I'm a Doctor Who god. Alright. What now? Am I gonna get... Is this like a One Piece character? Am I gonna get One Piece spoilers now? Because I clicked on something One Piece related. Is this Spider-Man? It looks strange. It's great. Alright. Will the Killer has sent 2 videos.
Gathered friends.
Every Bionicle's lore explained in obsessive detail. I don't know why Miller wants me to watch this.
Like it's one of the previous stages, but it's not. It's the 7th stage Shadow Krata. It's the most powerful freaking worm you've ever even heard of in your entire life. Also,
oh my god, it's this thing. Where is it? Oh, where to go? Oh, this. Crazy. I had Bionic. I don't. What is my history with Bionicles? I had some when I was a kid, but there was this like, I don't know. It wasn't an anime, right? Like it was just like, basically I watched like this. I don't know if it was 20 minutes or like 2 hours or like like an entire movie or something, but it was like Bionicles, and it was like on a DVD. Not even a DVD. Maybe it was on like a VCR or whatever, like a video. And they got like trapped in a cave. Like I remember like a cave, like the entrance crumbled or something and they were stuck in the cave. And there was a mask and he put on a mask and it was like golden and he got like superpowers or something. I don't know if this is ringing a bell for anyone, but I remember being like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I would absolutely watch that like tonight, you know, just to like remember what it was and look back. Not the movie though, not look back. I wonder what it is. Surely Bionicles doesn't like it's. Was Bionicles originally like a TV show or something, or was it just like literally toys and they like made it into Wikipedia? I guess this video would tell me, right? No, Wikipedia. Bionicle. No way, it's a Lego thing. I had no idea it was Lego. Bionicle is a line of Lego construction toys primarily marketed toward 8 to 16-year-olds. That's pretty funny. Movie. Anime. TV. Oh my god, was it this? Oh no. Okay, it's just a promotional piece. Yeah, it looks so familiar. I do remember something like this. Oh, guys, we need to find this, okay? We're gonna find it. I'm gonna watch it, okay? Oh my god, how am I gonna do this? Bionicle movie. Oh, the Mask of Light. This is what it is. That was easy to find. Oh my god. This was like the greatest thing I'd seen in my life. I wonder if it's actually any good. Oh, this is gonna be so exciting, guys. Oh my god. Alright, guys, we're all gonna watch this, okay? Then we're all gonna discuss this. Anyway. Damn, you really got a new camera quickly. Actually, is my camera tilting over? It looks like it's tilting, but whatever. Looks great. What is it? Well, you know, it's just an iPhone 11 or 11 Pro or something. It's an old iPhone I had, basically, and I thought I can just set this up as my camera. Yes, sir, hype when he talked about the ones I own, true. 4 movies, but yeah, primarily Lego toys. I love that film. Yeah, this was a sick movie. I need to rewatch this. Oh my god, this brings back so many memories. You know what? In my mind, it did look better, though. This is very clearly a bad CG rendering, but you know what? Back in the day, it was crazy. And I owned this mask, and the one I had was like made of rubber, and it like felt a bit weird. It was crazy. Oh, and this guy? Oh my god.
The thing about Krata, they are the things that infect Kanohi masks. The things that make the masks infected, the ones that would have driven the Rahi crazy, they're infected by the Krata. Like, it licks them.
No way.
Toa, and then they get contacted by another Toa, a Toa of Sonic's, who simply calls
Sonic?
himself Gray. And so they adopt code names. Is Norik red and Varian is gold? That's stupid. But maybe he is. Maybe he's depressed that one of his only, like, not friends, but like a guy he's known a long time is dead. But
Who is the most powerful Bionicle? If a Bionicle, you simply mean Toa who got a toy, then I am inclined to say Tahu with golden armor from the final story arc. The armor made by Mata Nui himself, and in the final battle, it allowed Tahu to annihilate legions of Makuta Pterodax's henchmen. Alright, well, we're going to see what this guy looks like. Tahu with the golden armor. Damn, he looks sick. Look at this. You guys are witnessing the strongest Bionicle in all of existence right here. He literally wiped out legions of soldiers. It's crazy. Isn't it inconvenient? Not at all. What are the steps to set it up? I just have VOD Ninja or whatever it's called. Video Ninja. I've used it before when I'm recording unscripted stuff, but now I can just have it set up all the time. Anyway, we're not going to watch a Bionicle video. We're going to watch the movie tonight. Well, probably not tonight, because I'll work tomorrow, my goodness. Anyway. Oh my god, what is this? Okay, I didn't even realize this was Chibi Reviews, because he's not in the thumbnail. Is he ever in his thumbnails? Am I just like... I feel like he's just always in his thumbnails, but no, I guess not. He just has like a very recognizable aesthetic to his thumbnails. Crazy. I cried and cried some more after Dragon Ball Daima episode 1 ended. Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This really makes me emotional, man.
Why?
It feels like, in a way, I don't know if it lines up, like it could just be coincidence, but it really does feel like the lyrics of this song.
Oh my god, is he gonna say it's like an ode to the angel Akira Toriyama who is now in heaven? Is that what he's gonna say?
Song for Dragon Ball Daima that came out today is like playing homage, like it's honoring, you know, Akira Toriyama's passing.
True.
It might just be a coincidence, but like
I thought he was like crying because it's like the anime was like really good and it reminded him of his childhood or something. Okay.
I heard this little line here and all that, and like the way it sounds, like here comes a new story. It really just showcases, like, I try not to get emotional here, but it's like, it shows how generational Dragon Ball is as a story, and how it has affected millions upon millions of people, hundreds of millions of
I didn't know I was getting a Chibi Reviews video essay. This is crazy.
It is a generational story, and Akira Toriyama's legacy will never be forgotten. And seeing Dragon Ball Daima's first episode come out, and it has just such a sweeping, wide, positive reception, it makes me so happy. Because it's like... This is the last thing that Akira Toriyama worked on, man. This is the last story he wrote, the last project he really in-depth worked on for anything, mainly Dragon Ball. And it's just, the amount of lore drop, the amount of, like, info we got just from this first episode is mind-blowing. I'm going to talk about all the lore and stuff in a moment, but I want to appreciate just a few moments Akira Toriyama's legacy. It's very clear by the way this episode started. They wanted to go through, like, all the major Dragon Ball Z...
Alright. Well done, Chibi Reviews. This is great. Here comes a new story like death. That is very true. I can't believe it. What a...
It really just showcases, like, I try not to get emotional here, but it's like, it shows how generational Dragon Ball is.
True. Here comes a new story. The most profound lyrics that have ever been said in an anime ending. It's great. Dragon Ball, Bleach, and One Piece all airing the same week. What timeline are we living in right now? True. Ay. It just hurts that he capitalized like he is God. That is amazing. He's not here to watch this with us. It feels surreal to watch a Dragon Ball series without Akira Toriyama. He inspired so many stories. He made many projects we love now happen. The fact this show was the last thing he worked on hurts my heart so much. Peace, love, and rip Akira Toriyama. True. Relatable. I'm sure Blind Wave will have the same response when they watch it. And when I say they, I mean Eric, I guess. He'll sort of react to it. Alright, now we got another video. What is this? How Madoka Magica destroyed an entire genre. This could be mildly interesting.
1980s, Alan Moore released Watchmen, a seminal work that expertly
Oh my god, they're using Madoka music. They're gonna get claimed. I'm surprised they didn't.
subverted the shining icon superheroes of the golden and silver ages of comic books. Stay with me. It had its problems, especially by today's understandably more delicate sensibilities, but it was dark and brutal, and it took itself seriously without getting too melodramatic and embarrassing itself. It reshaped the way people saw superheroes and opened the door for much more intense, character-driven comic book stories. With a few notable exceptions of debatably equal importance, the following era saw the vast majority of comics writers slamming that door on their grubby fingers. For every Watchmen, or if you prefer The Dark Knight Returns, there are, without fail, dozens of attempts by less talented people to do something similar, creating a dumpster fire of misguided kindling, the noxious fumes poisoning the entire genre for years to come. It's a phenomenon that plagues the legacy of the subversive masterpiece, and while the edgy trail of blood dragged through the 80s and 90s by the corpse of Watchmen thankfully couldn't bleed dry a concept as universally accessible as superheroes, the same can't be said for Madoka Magica, and the untimely demise of the magical girl. Jesus, that was a long intro. Are you still with me, anime nerds?
I'm not a nerd.
I will admit, here and now, solely for the purposes of legitimizing my argument, I like magical girl shows. They're charming and colorful and vibrant, and everything is sparkly. The fashion is surprisingly great, the same bad guy shows up all the time, and at the end of the day, the secret to everything is just friendship. If that sounds bad to you, consider this. I also kind of just described JoJo's. Magical girls have been around since the dawn of anime in the 60s, but the absolute peak...
Wait, is friendship a big thing in JoJo? I guess it was... Yeah, I guess, yeah.
The genre was in the 90s and early 2000s, featuring enduring powerhouses of the anime landscape like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and of course, Tokyo Mew Mew, which I thought was a joke until I started researching for this video. Adorable name, 10 out of 10. These shows came crashing down on awaiting audiences one after another, but despite running similar themes of friendship, femininity, family, maybe some other F word, that's honestly basically it, they distinguished themselves enough through increasingly superficial gimmicks to stay hot in the streets, not unlike the way power fantasy isekai are now, except, for middle school girls. Oh, fashion, duh, that's an F word. The costumes in these shows absolutely slapped. I mean, if you don't know anything about character design and costuming, I'm here to tell you, once again, it's basically JoJo's. The strength of the Magical Girl show was to be so categorically accessible to girls ages 8 to 14 that they basically stood in for superheroes. Technically, they stood in more literally for Ultraman or the Power Rangers, but that's just semantics as far as cultural equivalency goes. Speaking of cultural equivalency and also accessibility, American girls ate this shit up. While shonen anime would have a very rocky road ahead, getting butchered by 4Kids and tucked away on Toonami, Magical Girl shows...
Oh my god, I love 4Kids. They go to the cigarette? That's awesome. Oh my god. I respect them so much for that. That's so great.
Magical Girl shows were a near one-to-one translation, just with bad dubbing. And in the girl power 90s, they struck a chord that nobody who even had the good sense to try marketing to girls had managed to find yet. In their heyday, Magical Girls were, irrefutably, a pan-cultural phenomenon on par with Mecha. So what then happened, you may ask? Hot in the streets, you said, and I did, but that was at best 7 years before Madoka Magica even came out. There's a piece of this puzzle missing, and, shockingly, it's money. By the time the early 2000s got rolling, the target demographic for anime as a whole had exploded, and so the diversification of the Magical Girl show was inevitable. Later broadcasting time slots became more reasonably available and profitable, so mature themes and also implicit homoeroticism, which is an interesting history we don't really have time for, but look it up if you want, now found themselves staples as opposed to occasional gimmicks. This rapid evolution spread the aesthetics and broad-stroke ideas that made the Magical Girl an icon to every corner of the global media market while simultaneously eroding the genre from within, as permutations became less and less recognizable. Slowly but surely, the Magical Girl started fizzling out, gone the way of Mecha, more a trope than a true...
Like, this is... Okay, I'm gonna watch it. It's interesting. But I don't even... I don't follow enough anime to even know if there's, like, a million Magical Girl shows these days, or if there's, like, none. I just have no idea. Like, I couldn't name it. The only... like, Sailor Moon. There we go. I don't know. I think I could name a single other, like, Magical Girl show, so I have no idea. But I'm interested in this. We'll keep watching. Like, I'm assuming the point is that, like, Madoka came along, and now we can only do subversions, you know? We can't have, like, pure Magical Girl shows anymore. But I just have no idea, because I don't know anything about them. Here comes a new story. Like, oh, yeah, right, yep. Did you not see the billion tweets on Twitter about how the opening and ending... how the opening and ending paying tribute to Toriyama? No, no, I didn't. But, I mean, anyone's going to say that about anything. And I'm sure they probably did pay tribute to him, right? Like, if it is, like, the last thing, or the first thing that's come out that's, like, after his death. Like, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. You can't be serious. About what? One popular shonen... Oh, the cigarette thing? One popular shonen get the cigarettes cut out, but Magical Girl shows were 1-to-1, even though they took out all the gay relationships. One popular shonen got the cigarettes cut out, okay. But Magical Girl shows were 1-to-1, even though they took out all... Okay, I understand. So Miller's talking about comparing the censorship. Okay. Precure still exists, but that's like it, I think. Precure. Interesting. Well, I'll take your word for it. Look at this little thing. What is this? It's like a little teddy bear with like a tail, and it's like flying. It has a jester's like necktie thing. Yeah, it definitely does pay tribute. Yep, I wouldn't put it past them. It would make perfect sense.
Pillar of the landscape. A peaceful existence, really, an honorable curtain call and fade out into the background for a now played-out concept that had thoroughly enjoyed its time in the sun. That is, until Shaft came off the top rope with the high fly flow and took it to the goddamn Shadow Realm. Madoka Magica started airing in January 2011. It walked and quacked like a Magical Girl show, but boy, howdy, was it not. Semiotically speaking, it is clear something is off from the opening scene,
Absolutely.
but at the time, Magical Girl shows had already become increasingly mature and action-heavy for years, so it wasn't confusing to viewers or especially unwelcome. The costumes were still charming, the animation was gorgeous, and compassion generally seemed at the top of the list of things that matter. The hammer drops in episode 3 when a witch just straight up bites Mommy's whole head off in front of the rest of the cast. It's an iconic moment that's been memed to death. I am above decapitation jokes here. But truly, it's a brilliant scene, and it was fucking metal at the time. From this moment on, Madoka Magica is a show about destroying everything magical girls were ever about, as you watch one classic and sugar-sweet heroine helplessly writhe against the current while her 3 compatriots abandon all hope and fall deeper and deeper into the selfish and hyper-competitive rat race for security and validation their horrific and ironic curse actually is. I guess Homura's deal is technically more about personal obsession, but you know, potato, despair, desperation, it's not exactly friendship and sparkles out here is the point. Death stalks the land for these girls, but it's not a show about how dangerous it can be to fight monsters and wishes. Traditional stakes are for pansies. No, this is a show about weakness and futility. When death stalks the land and all you got for your trouble is a stupid wish that you probably wasted on some kid who plays the violin or whatever, there is nothing left. Almost instantly. And yet that near nothingness becomes everything, because you're a magic battery, and if you stop dancing for even a second, you turn into a Lovecraftian monster. The downward spiral of each character was carefully selected to toxify the pillars of the archetype they were built from. Kindness, determination, friendship. Pour them into the gem and get back to work, says the cold, unfeeling alien wretch of a mascot. Back to work until you die, and I can feed the universe your precious feelings juice. Goofy as it sounds out of context, that's the strength of Madoka Magica. The ticking clock, the knowing that things will only keep going downhill, the cruel irony that all this pain and suffering is in service of a greater, colder, more mercilessly abstract cause. This series is an existential nightmare, a practice in traditional cosmic horror, inverting every available trope from the apex of bubblegum to
So there's a lot of superlatives here.
maximize the sickening weight of inevitability. Madoka Magica is one of the greatest anime ever made. It's a little rushed and a little exposition heavy. 12 episodes for something so convoluted was a very tall order for the team that made it, but it's still a masterpiece. The character writing is sublime, the animation is eye-melting, the soundtrack is chef's kiss. It's just an expertly crafted series, and it had no source material, which isn't so uncommon as to be a shock, but anime originals tend to come in pretty messy, so this was a huge deal. Aside from Mommy's headless corpse flopping onto the ground like a headless sack of headless potatoes headless, the ending of Madoka Magica is probably the most culturally relevant part. It's bittersweet and surprisingly beautiful, reconciling the themes of the magical girl progenitor and the values of its protagonist with the callous world and somber ideas of the story she suffered. Like Watchmen, Madoka Magica understood that its brutality and suffering were, both literally and metaphorically, in service of something. The answer is never quite simply that everything sucks. Nobody wants to hear that. For better and for
What? What do you mean?
worse,
Just
there
keep
was an
going.
artistry and tact to the way Watchmen treated its characters, as well as its messaging, and Madoka Magica manages a similar balance, albeit with a more objectively positive outcome. As you can probably expect, this is the last time we'd see this balance from the soon-to-rise genre of the tragical girl. With the exception of Pretty Cure, which blissfully
Oh my god, it's the one that was mentioned? Oh my god.
shits out a new entry every year like it's Call of Duty, the following decade has seen a dramatic freefall of magical girl stonks coupled with a wildly awesome
Alright, he's going to show us a graph, okay? We're going to see the numbers, and they're going to go down, and there's going to be evidence, okay? We believe it. Yeah, it definitely does pay tribute. Precure runs every week of the year, so Magical Girl fans are happy, I think. I don't know, it doesn't sound like... I wouldn't be very happy if that was the case. If there was only one isekai, could you imagine? I'd be devastated. Ari doesn't know all the Magical Girl shows have the mascot Kyubey character. No, I didn't know that. But that makes perfect sense because Utena always also has one, like some random like rat or something. I don't know what it was actually. Oh, that's the wrong tab. Utena animal. Oh yeah, what is this? Like a monkey, a rat? I don't even know what this is. Well, judge from this, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Oscillating seismograph of magical girls, but they're depressed stonks. As is so often the case, the complex tapestry of creative decisions, cultural circumstances, and sheer quality that made Madoka Magica a certified phenomenon were boiled down to its most simplistic possible edict, that people just really like watching high school girls in poofy outfits suffer. So began the infestation of Costco brand Tragical Girls, a cavalcade of edgy and miserable shows honoring that edict, palette-swapping the singular superficially unique trait that technically sets one apart from another whilst ensuring to never ask any new questions, explore any new dynamics, or really deviate in any way from the already poorly cast mold of a bleak.
Okay, wait, I wasn't paying the most attention here, but I think I paid enough attention. We're going to need examples, okay? We're going to need an example of something that tries to be Madoka but doesn't, okay? Because right now, I don't know what he's talking about. But maybe he just said it. Let's go back a little bit. I feel like maybe I missed it.
Edict that people just really like watching high school girls in poofy outfits suffer. So began the infestation of Costco brand Tragical Girls, a cavalcade of edgy and miserable shows honoring that edict, palette swapping the singular superficially unique trait that technically sets one apart from another, whilst ensuring to never ask any new questions, explore...
I guess it's fine to not give an example, but I guess I'm not the target audience for this, right? It would be like really big, like people who are big into like discussing anime on social media, I guess, maybe. Because then you'd be in the know on like all of these things and you'd be following like people like I don't even know who's like Shabes or someone, I guess, would probably be like the target for this, someone who like really knows about like all the stuff that's coming out.
Or any new dynamics, or really deviate in any way from the already poorly cast mold of a bleak and unforgiving existence they fashioned from the mere impression of Madoka Magica. These series were probably not exclusively garbage, but by and large they were not particularly good or interesting, and not only never came close to replicating the difficult balance of their forerunner, but by misunderstanding its mission statement actually sort of soured the market for both magical and tragical girls. The wear and tear done to the legacy of Madoka Magica and the iconography of the magical girl was sort of exacerbated by the relative bastardization of both in such a short period of time. This is something that didn't necessarily...
I also don't understand this like point. Like, and maybe like I'm just not thinking about it enough, and if I thought harder, I'd have to come up with an example, but I don't think that something coming after something, like for instance, basically no matter how many bad magical girl subversion shows come out after Madoka, it will never make Madoka worse, to me. Like in a generic kind, if you take like if you reinterpret that to be like a generic statement, you would say that like no matter how much a particular trope is overdone, it will never ruin the original. The first time you experienced it, like the first thing, like you can go back and watch it and still appreciate the first thing, even if it's become more like, even if it's been overdone now, I think. And I can't think of any example immediately where I'm like, oh, I guess it kind of, the fact that they did this in the future and everyone kind of did this, it kind of ruined the original. I'm trying to think, is there anything like that? Like classic Doctor Who is great, even though like everything has probably been done that it does. Like the original superhero movies are still great, even like X-Men, Spider-Man, like they're all great, even though superhero stuff has been done a million times. Like Dragon Ball is still fantastic, even though like everything that's been done in Dragon Ball is still, it's been done and it's been done a million times over and it's been done worse and better. And like, I don't know, I guess I just don't agree with this stuff, I guess. I watched 2.5 prequel seasons. It's a lot. That's great. Well done, Miller. They're really all rats, Lamel. Well, that's like the subversion, right? Because why would a cute, like, magical girl with a frilly dress, why would she hang out with a rat? And that's the subversion. Anyway. Did you know they all have the soul gem thing too? I feel like I can believe that more. I'm more aware of that because they always have like rings or something, right? Like they put in a ring and they get like a special ability, and I can understand that, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of a if you know, you know type of situation. Yeah, true. His name is Kero. His name is Kero. It's like what a frog makes, I guess. I don't know. But whose name? Whose name is Kero or Kero? This guy? Oh no, Alan Moore. It's like when people say the fan base ruined the show. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Now, has a fan base ever ruined the show for me? If the Mushoku Tensei fan base didn't ruin Mushoku Tensei for me, I don't think anything's gonna ruin anything for me, okay? I don't think he's saying Madoka was ruined by this, but more it's a shame the genre became this due to Madoka. Well, no, I don't mean generally he's saying that, but I think he just said it here. Like that was the point he made.
Good or interesting, and not only never came close to replicating the difficult balance of their forerunner, but by misunderstanding its mission statement actually sort of soured the market for both magical and tragical girls.
Oh, okay, no, I just misunderstood. Yeah. Okay, he wasn't saying that.
Wear and tear done to the legacy.
Oh wait, no, he's saying it now. I just paused too early. Okay, wait.
Its mission statement actually sort of soured the market for both magical and tragical girls. The wear and tear done to the legacy of Madoka Magica and the iconography of the magical girl was sort of exacerbated.
Oh, I guess. Okay, maybe I was a bit too harsh on him. He's saying that like, yeah, the wear and tear done on the legacy of the show rather than the experience of it. Okay, I was a bit too hasty there in my judgment. My apologies.
Madoka Magica, and the iconography of the magical girl was sort of exacerbated by the relative bastardization of both in such a short period of time. This is something that didn't necessarily happen with comics after Watchmen, and the key difference is the marked shift in target demographic. As far as comics creators were concerned, they were always towing a line, but the anime industry went full pivot, and they guessed wrong, displeasing the elder gods and enacting divine punishment. The magical girl was invented to appease and entertain the stereotypical Japanese schoolgirl, the tragical girl to entice an older, more brooding young adult. But that's not quite how entertainment works. I mentioned money earlier, I believe. Money is, by all accounts, the master to which the anime industry itself bows, and despite the consistency of advertising deals, little girls and edgy high schoolers don't actually have that much money to blow. The money has long since
Madoka's rich.
Come from elsewhere. You see, there is an entrenched power in the anime industry, a shadow player that controls many currents in the greater Zen.
Actually, Madoka's not rich, right? It was a friend that was rich. The girl who had a giant house in a movie. Oh, in the movie?
That I don't think casual anime fans in the West are always fully aware of. That denizen of the deep that we all must fear and respect, like it or not, is the ancient and terrible power of weird Japanese dudes. Yeah, the market share for big-time spiral glasses otakus is a staggering piece of the pie, and in defiance of Occam's razor, for every one of them that likes big-titty waifus and power fantasies, there are no less than 3 to 5 who like cute girls being cute. I am not here to actively judge what anyone does with their time, money, or fandom, but when I say market share, I am in fact talking about living shrines here. The moe subculture is really into fun times with charming anime girls. The reasons why are many and range from perfectly wholesome to extra mondo gross, but the fact remains that these guys like their cute girls cute, and therefore happy, not burdened by existential and moral crises and also being fucking eaten all the time. When the tragical girl rose to prominence thanks to the wild success of Madoka Magica, the olden one stirred and awoke, and took 4 steps over to the idol show across the trench, marking a tectonic shift in the hierarchy of sparkly pump-up moe. Were idols popular before 2011? Yes. Were idol shows popular before 2011? Kind of, but only by a few years. You have to remember, this is a cultural zeitgeist we're talking about. There's no perfect cutoffs. What Madoka Magica represents is a nail in the coffin of a genre built for a different media landscape and a different cultural identity. The broadcasting of television is no longer a ritualistic event. There's no Saturday morning cartoons, or whatever the equivalent is in Japan. I don't know if they do that. The concept of female empowerment has surpassed the image of weaponized femininity.
Oh my god, guys. Oh wait, never mind. I was about to make the dumbest point ever. Alright, I was about to say that I just had a sudden realization that Saturday morning cartoons have been replaced by reaction channels, where you look forward to a reaction that comes out on Saturday. And then I just realized that, like, TV shows also come out week to week, and I just don't watch them week to week, so it didn't even cross my mind that, oh yeah, I guess they still do come out weekly. Oh my god.
Grown-ass Japanese men like to wear glow sticks and go to holographic idol concerts. The cultural permeation of Madoka Magica edged out the traditional magical girl as the chips were all placed on dark and brooding subversion, and creators and executives alike let it ride on the proverbial roulette wheel of media saturation. It didn't work, partly because these projects mostly sucked, but partly because nobody wanted another Madoka Magica in the first place. Oversaturation leads to subversion, but eventually subversion becomes the norm and then oversaturates itself. It's the cycle of media, really, but a near-perfect subversion like Madoka Magica or Watchmen turns the dials on the hype train up to 11. Every idiot wants to make the next one, but it takes a genius to do it in the first place. And
does it? I don't know.
Makes things worse that these were dark and brutal subjects that require tact to avoid making deeply unsettling in addition to just plain bad. The superhero did irrefutably recover from the edgy 80s and 90s, so much so that modern adaptations can't get through a tragic death without a couple quips. Is it overcorrecting? Not my department. The point is, here we are 30 years later, still evolving the concept. The magical girl, only 10 or so years later, seems to still be in limbo. There's no telling what the future holds, of course. Don't forget the early 2000s saw a Daredevil movie shot entirely in blue and unironically featuring Evanescence in its soundtrack. There's still time to turn things around. The last 10 years have seen successful limited reboots of the genre's super hits, specifically Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and Tokyo Mew Mew. But the thing is, I don't know if the magical girl show really needs to survive. It was such an influential idea, it's become more than just a genre. There's magical girl stuff injected into all kinds of new and completely different media, because the generation that grew up watching all these shows is now making their own. Do you get it? Don't you see? The magical girl didn't die, she just became a deity or something and created a new universe where everything is kind of a magical girl. And only I can remember the old universe. This is me telling you about it, right now. Nobody believes me, and I don't know why. Are you listening? The magical girl died, and it was awful, and everything was an isekai or an incest harem, like everything. Please, just believe me, just try to remember.
I guess that ending works for me because I had to trust what he was saying because I didn't know many of the examples, alright? But Not that he used many examples, but pretty crazy. That was entertaining, I guess. I don't know. It was okay. It was good. Oh my goodness, we got a comment here. But I'm not going to read that one. I'm going to read the shorter one. If someone ever tells me it's a mistake or to have no hope, well, then I'll just tell them that they're wrong, and I'll keep telling them until they believe. Madoka Kaname, episode 12. True. Oversaturation leads to subversion. Can be true. But eventually, subversion becomes the norm and then oversaturates itself. That line was genius, was it? Oversaturation leads to subversion. But eventually, subversion becomes the norm and then oversaturates itself. I mean, okay. Genius is high praise. Why do I never get comments like this? Why does no one ever call me a genius for my genius lines? Remember the end of my Norn video where I was like... What was it? I had a genius line, the greatest thing I've ever written. She's no longer the same girl we met in Volume 11. She's capable, confident, and above all, content. And she's finally found a place where she feels like she belongs. It was amazing. I used like 3 C words, you know? I was like, oh my god, people are going to love this. Anyway. I don't think he's saying Madoka was ruined by this, but more, it's a shame the genre became this due to Madoka. I've read that already. I don't think there's really anything that big magical girl... Wait. I don't think there are really that many big, unique magical girl shows even back before Madoka. There's like less than 5 you hear about. It's the same with shonen, you know. I remember when I looked forward to reactions, I used to refresh every minute. Now none of them are doing anything interesting. Miller, maybe that's your problem. Maybe you need to watch more shows and look forward to them reacting to shows that stuff you haven't seen, you know. I mean, stuff you have seen. Sorry, I don't know. It is the issue where, you know, once Blindwave has seen every anime that I've already seen, it's like, what happens now, you know? They're watching more shows than I am, so eventually they'll get to a point where they're watching new stuff that I haven't seen. The bear from Card Captor Sakura. The bear from Card Captor Sakura. Oh, wow, it is. Well, thank you, Heath. This is great. It was worth the wait. Thank you very much. All right. The depths of obsession. Elon Musk gave someone $1 million. I actually watched this video. And he, like, announces the winner so casually. It's crazy. But I guess $1 million isn't much to him, so...
Would you like to come up?
Oh, wait. We missed it. Wait. Elon Musk, $1 million. Like, usually they have, like, a build-up, right? It's like, oh, the winner is... But he just, like, says it.
We're going to be awarding $1 million to randomly to people who have signed the petition every day from now until the election.
Jesus.
So.
Wait, maybe this isn't the clip, actually. Where is it? Show me the clip.
It's Christine Bishop.
That's not even it either. Where's this clip I saw? I want to see it. Oh my god.
I have a surprise for you, which is that we're going to be awarding $1 million. We'll be awarding $1 million starting tonight. All right. So tonight's person is John Dreyer.
It's just so, it's so funny to me. It's so anticlimactic. Oh my goodness. Anyway. She's a ghost.
He's a ghost. A ghost. Ghost. A ghost.
That was crazy. Oh my god. What else interesting is there today? What is this? Jesus.
Shipping in Australia in November of 2024. So come on inside and you can try it out for yourself in 5, 4, 2, 1, go.
And the crowd goes wild. That was crazy. The way he avoided 3 lol. True. That was so funny. Okay. Alright, guys. What now? Do we browse the Blind Wave subreddit? Anything interesting happening, you think? They're on the verge of 900k. I feel like they've been on the verge of 900k for like 3 years. Let's have a look. Blind Wave versus the normies. Ay, ay, ay. When did they hit 800k? That's actually not... I thought it was ages ago. Oh, wait, no, that's the normies. Oh my god. How do I, like, zoom out of here? I'm gonna assume they hit 800k in, like the middle of 2022, maybe. Maybe, no, maybe like August or September or something. Jesus. Remember when they were gonna get 1 million subs? My goodness. But also, look at this graph. I mean, I say this every time, but like, it's crazy what happened to the normies here. They just gave up. They're watching JJK and then nothing. It ended there. How's Destiny going? Let's compare Destiny. He's got like 800k subs too. No, not this Destiny. The main Destiny. It's actually pretty funny. They're kind of similar. Versus the normies. No, not that. What a competition we have going on here, guys. Blind Wave is dominating versus the normies in second place, and Destiny is... So I wonder if this is when he had the Trump assassination thing happen and people were not happy with him. That's pretty funny. Oh my god, guys, I just realized because of the new camera, I'm not like overexposed right now. You can still see me even when the screen is like white. That's crazy. Oh my god. We're really winning today, guys. Oh. Oh, no, wait. Okay, for a second, because I saw Heath's earlier message, and he said his name is Kero. And I thought he was talking about this bear. But the bear is called Cerebrus. Oh, Keto. Oh my, okay, I'm sorry, Heath. Now I understand. It's all coming together. Okay. Heath had me, he had me all along, you know, but I just didn't decipher him. Anyway. Why did they react to Dundadon and Uzumaki trailers? They're so lazy. Because they're probably eventually going to react to it, but just not when it's live, I guess. I don't know why. Like, they reacted to the Chainsaw Man trailer, and then reacted to that eventually. So, I don't know. Do you think Blind Wave will celebrate 900k or stand by that sub counts don't matter? They will definitely, they'll have a podcast and they'll mention it. I don't know how big it will be, the celebration, but they'll definitely say, oh, we did it, guys. And then Eric will be like, Eric will bring up the fact that we don't care, you know, like, this is a big deal, but like, you know, subs aren't everything, guys, and he'll talk about that for a bit. Do they even do podcasts anymore? Have I just like been missing it? Oh, I guess it's like a once a month thing now. That's crazy. No wonder. I didn't see this one. What are they going to talk about? Let's click randomly.
Turn to too much passion. Okay. So the council dissolved.
Damn, okay.
And WotC is taking over the format. So the company that...
Yeah, I don't know. When I was down in Florida last couple months, I tried some like authentic Cajun food, and that was real good.
Yeah,
very spicy, but man, it was tasty.
I love spice.
It was very. You would have loved it.
I think sometimes that's why I like Indian food, because like I can really get some me or tough. There's various times that I've scared people. There's the one I saw Baba mention where like Eric.
Sure.
Yep. Another little tiny thing, especially when it comes to like the reactions, is that generally half the people that are watching our videos are watching them on mobile, and if you have to rely on subtitles to understand the context of the show, then you're primarily focusing on a very, very small part of the screen, and we want to make sure that your focus is on us. I mean, we're
this argument is defeated by the fact that there are many other channels that have reactor sub versions of things, and they are very popular, and some are probably even made way more popular than Blind Wave, okay? And the people watching those reaction videos are probably even more happy with those videos than they are Blind Wave reactions, so
trying to be transformative.
defeated.
If you're just always looking at this really small thing to be able to understand what's being said, it's hard for us to defend that you're not.
Oh, you're saying it's not transformative? I mean, I don't know if there's any distinction there. I don't think. What is this? That's a strange argument because I don't think how much attention you're paying to the like how. Okay, wait a minute. Let me think. In both cases, in order to understand the reaction, you have to understand the original thing. Whether you're trying to understand that through like hearing it, or whether you're trying to understand it through reading the dialogue, in both cases, it's basically equivalent. Like the person is understanding what is being conveyed by the original piece of media. So your transformation of the reaction is like is negligible in terms of like the difference between a sub and a dub in that case. I don't think it's a weak argument.
A very, very small part of the screen. And we want to make sure that your focus is on us. I mean, we're trying to be transformative. If you're just always looking at this really small thing to be able to understand what's being said, it's hard for us to defend that you're not, that we aren't the primary thing you're looking at,
Sure.
But that's a little more secondary
Yeah.
for preference, I would say.
Also, if I take a note, I miss a lot.
That's true.
I'm like, oh man, I better write this down.
Yeah.
Damn it, what'd they say?
Sure.
Yeah. But we also, I mean, in terms of just subtitles, like I love just having subtitles there all the time, even if it's in English. Just
Sure.
we do that as much as we can, just because sometimes if somebody says something, or I especially just I'll lose lines. Having that there just to kind of reference is also super nice.
Sure. I often just watch stuff with the subtitles just to have it there. It kind of helps to reinforce that I'm hearing the right words, I guess.
Sure.
Also, you have more of an excuse of like, you're deaf in one ear.
Yeah.
So like, if you just didn't hear them quite right, having that subtitle there, that's the point, It's
Well,
like,
we kind of got into like a happy accident of if I can hear it well enough, I think it's
Eric being deaf in one ear is like the coolest. Like, it's just like it must feel so empowering if you're like deaf in one ear and you're like you have this famous reactor who is like reacting to TV shows and stuff, and like I don't even know how to express this, but it must feel so empowering for him to have one like deaf ear. And if you had one deaf ear and you were watching it, like, oh my god, Eric is like my hero, like unironically. I'm not joking. I always think about that every now and then. Anyway, yeah, Uzumaki. Oh wait, Dun is coming out every week with a simul dub. They could do it week to week as it is. But what if it takes a break? What if a typhoon hits and then they have no content for a week? Yeah, Uzumaki and Dun are the kind of shows people want them to watch a year later. True, just like JJK Season 2. That was the craziest thing. I guess maybe the dub was delayed for that? I don't remember. I guess it probably was, right? Heath is dabbing. Dun. Okay, Heath is dabbing before the messages I just read. Holy shit, shut up, Eric. Oh my god, Miller's mad. That's the worst argument I've ever heard. He said it was a secondary argument, okay. God, they'd have double the subs and views if they watched anime sub. That is true. They would be, I'm sure they would be way more popular. They're so dumb for doubling down. Okay, let's think realistically. Firstly, I didn't listen to their like primary argument, but why are they so against subs? Let's think for anime specifically. You know what? Unironically, it probably let me think actually. Now maybe there's something really obvious I'm missing, but I feel like unironically it probably just is like it's annoying to have to read subs while reacting and writing stuff down. Like it is unquestionably easier if you're watching a dub to write stuff, like to take notes. It's obviously easier. Now, obviously, it's still doable because they do react to stuff with subs. It's just a bit more annoying, I think, in terms of like them actually like when they're going to work day to day and having to like write notes when you're like it's I don't know. I can understand that element to it, so I kind of get it. But yeah. Them watching Squid Game and other foreign live action stuff, sub defeats every point they have. Not really. Because then in that case, they'd say, like, there's probably some threshold where it's like, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying it. It's like the most obvious counter argument, but they'd say, oh my gosh, in animation, the dub, they can like make it match the voices and everything, and they can make it match the lip flaps and it'll all look good. But in live action, it just doesn't look as good, Maybe that's what they'd say. I hate when they watch anime and go out of their way to praise specific shitty dub voice acting. It's like they're directly attacking me. No, you're wrong. You're just wrong. Like there is legitimately really good dub voice acting and you're wrong. So yeah. Can you believe a shitty Avengers cartoon is going to win the next animation poll? They have no anime audience. I can believe it because I feel like that's happened like 2 years now. First it was Ben 10, that's where it all began going downhill. Then it was like whatever came after Ben 10, and then it was like Superman, and I don't know, it's just... I don't care, my goodness. They can barely take down notes well for anime dubbed. I doubt they want to do it subbed. That's probably also true. No, they take notes. I don't know. God, those first, like, 5 JJK episodes were like the worst Blind Wave reactions ever. It was so frustrating for them to just not know what was going on. And then Rick left. God. And he was the one who liked it the most, and I was like, oh, how could he leave us? Jeez, only 17 comments. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, but their reasoning for not wanting to watch anime in sub is garbage. They can't quote it. It's literally translated into English in the subtitle, lol, and constant going, I'm not good at reading and watching the animation. Yeah, then you'll never get good at it because you didn't bother trying. Uh-oh, 5 replies. I agree with normal reactors, but Blind Wave takes notes and stuff. I feel like they'd miss a lot. This comment is literally posted by a loser. True. Bro, grow the fuck up. This is not something to care deeply about. I like some dubs. I prefer subs when the dub is bad. It's 100% personal preference, you child. Anime isn't made for people Anime isn't made for people to be paying attention to subtitles. It's made for Japanese speakers. Thus, there is a lot of stuff that is just visual that I notice sub people always miss because y'all are reading paragraphs at the bottom of the screen. No matter how good y'all think you are, you probably don't realize all the little things you've missed. You don't know what you don't know. So believe it or not, English speakers watching in dub are actually experiencing it closer to how it was supposed to be experienced compared to the English speakers reading sub. Every single time I've heard people talk about how they're rewatching something in dub, they always mention how they didn't catch things the first time. Always. No one points out that it's because of the sub experience. No matter how great you are at reading that fast, there are still moments where you're not seeing the full picture. I've also noticed sub watchers forget more details. True. The dub watchers are the true intellectuals, guys. They're paying the most attention. They get all the details. We love it. Shut up. I am glad. Shut up. I am glad they watch anime in dub. They do the protagonist and other characters more better, like Goku, Deku, and Lord Beerus. So much better. Why single out Lord Beerus? That's great. The sub voices are rubbish. Like they sound like they are 5 years old. Is that true for Beerus? That's crazy. And Deku? I can understand Goku. Like, it's very different performance, like sub and dub. But Deku, I feel like, can't be that different, right? My goodness. They praised the never crying when it's infinitely better in Japanese. I doubt that, you know? So I'm going to say it now, okay? So clearly, what it is, okay... It's very, oh my god, what am I gonna say here? It's in, okay, how much you are emotionally invested in like a particular performance depends on the context of that performance, right? Like, if I was to watch something entirely, this is also a very simple point, like it just, I'm trying to make it complicated here, but like, when I'm watching something in dub, and I'm like emotionally invested because I've seen the whole thing dubbed. And then I go back and watch a clip from the sub and I'm like, oh, that wasn't as good. I feel like that's not a fair comparison, you know? And I feel like that's what Miller's doing when it comes to Endeavor crying. So, yeah, anyway. I'm back. Haters. So it's a strange word there. Forgetting who Megami was. Who the hell's Megami? Oh, yeah, from JJK. And how he's related to Toju is just peak. True. Oh, my God. And then Aaron, I think Aaron like pieced it together or something, right? Oh, it's been a while, but that was very funny. Heath watches 20 anime a week. You don't need notes, do you? I reckon okay, Miller. I mean, in my experience, because I do take notes when I watch things, and I don't even know how Blind Wave does it without pausing. Like, I pause so much just because I have to like write notes for my like videos later, like discussions and stuff, reviews or whatever. It is annoying to write notes. Oh, you're saying he doesn't need notes. Okay. Sorry, Miller. Miller, I'm so sorry. I just strawmanned you. Heath watches 20 anime a week. You don't need notes, do you? I reckon Blind Wave barely even look at their notes. When they do bring them up, it's like to see how confusing the notes are. No, okay. They've explained this before. They leave notes so that it's like little reminders, like even like 2 words, so they know what they don't miss something in the discussion. I think that's fine. I don't have any issue with that. I think if anything, that's a great thing they do. And they started the trend. They were the first note takers. The normies stole their note taking, as Eric famously said that one time. True, but I'm not an old man who knows how many notes I'll need in a couple of decades. That's very true. Your show list is growing to be extremely large. Well, that's good. That just makes it more likely that something that someone loves out there will be chosen. That's good to hear. We love that. Please watch The Promised Neverland or Bucky the Grappler. What, 2 distinct shows here. Did they watch The Promised Neverland? That's I completely forgot about that. I guess they did because they made the opening, right? Like a fan animation. Yeah, this. Jesus. Remember their Flash thing? Blind Wave Flash fan film. How the hell am I going to find this? You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. Anyway. Alright. What is this? Oh, it's a 3rd Street Reactions video.
Hi guys, we're back with Dragon Ball Z Kai 47. I'm Evangeline.
I'm Shane. Malika.
Liana.
Good job, Angeline. And we are 3rd Street Reactions, by the way. If you're joining us for the first time, we do put our reaction footage on Patreon. I hope that's not a bummer, but it's available for everybody. You just gotta watch it and come back here and see our review. We're in the middle of an important saga, and a very important part in that saga, amongst the whole Dragon Ball saga. What happened last time, Leona?
Last episode we had Goku gathering up the spirit bomb from the whole universe.
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, what are they up to?
To take Frieza down.
Oh, I guess technically it was like other like animals and stuff.
One of the perks he had was that Frieza didn't know that like it was coming because it was hidden, I guess. It
was so high in the sky he just wasn't looking up. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had the element of surprise.
Spirit Bomb was like his trump card. Yeah, you know, he doesn't have a lot of moves left. And right before Frieza actually blasted Goku, someone saved him. Who
Piccolo
was?
saved him.
Piccolo saved him?
He just zapped him in the freaking face.
Jesus Christ, look at these credits.
He zapped him with his shoe, just like that. Yeah.
Does he have this many patrons? That's crazy. Or patron?
That's funny. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in now.
He doesn't have any mercy at all.
Oh no, Krillin! Crazy.
He literally blew Krillin up.
How? If he got killed,
That was his childhood best friend. Krillin cannot be wished back.
The final way.
Okay, but he didn't get killed in Dragon Ball Z Kai. We don't even know that. We don't know that he's been killed in this.
I know, but there's a show that takes place before this when Gohan and Goku and Piccolo, they're little.
Are you
they're
sure
children.
he can't be wished back?
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. Piccolo and Goku were mortal enemies in Dragon Ball. If you remember in Dragon Ball Z in the very beginning, they like when Piccolo showed up and took Gohan, they were scared. Like, oh my god, they called him the Demon King.
They literally blew Krillin up. I think the final way to get him back, but still, they blew him up.
What are they gonna do?
I don't know. There has to be some other way.
He just like pointed a thing into him and just.
Are you taking it apart?
I'm taking it apart.
You literally have taken some stuff apart. Yeah. I'm putting it on my shirt.
That's such a bad way to die.
Oh, what did he just say?
No, they blew him up.
What are they gonna do?
I don't know. There has to be some other way.
He just like pointed a thing into him and just.
Are you taking it apart?
I'm taking it apart.
You literally have taken.
Oh, why is this in the video?
Some stuff apart. Yeah. I'm putting it on my shirt.
That's such a bad way to die. You just explode. This one was so crazy.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know what to say. It's just too much words in my mind.
Did you like it a lot?
My favorite one, definitely right now.
Yeah, it's certainly one of my favorite ones. So I downloaded something, but maybe.
Anyway, big brain non-readers. True. Do any of their descriptions say skits still? Did they ever say it? I don't even remember. Like, did they do reaction videos, something skits? God, I still remember, and I think I bring this up every time. Their original, well, their second, when they rebranded their Patreon to like their current kind of method of like early access or whatever, and polls, their initial goal was like 20,000 a month, I think. or maybe it was like 50,000 a month. I don't quite remember, but and it was to make a full length feature film from Blind Wave, and that just never came to reality. Anyway, let's see some Blind Wave, Kylo Ren: The Awakening.
Hey guys.
Nope, I got no idea. All right. It's the Flash Season 2 finale, I think. That would make sense. Blind Wave Flash 2x24.
Hey guys, crew Blind Wave.
Oh my god.
Hey everybody.
Holy, where is this? Oh my god. Oh, it is. Oh my god. I know I'm old man, but kids have the mental capacity to... But kids don't have the mental capacity to consent to this shit. It is an interesting thing, right? Because... Yeah, it is interesting, right? The issue is more the, like, profiting off the kids, right? Because unless he becomes, like, super famous or, like, super controversial or something, I don't think any harm is going to happen to these kids, right? No, there's going to be no trauma associated with, like, reaction videos that are being put out. But then, it is a bit weird, isn't it? But then it would be okay if these were, like, unlisted videos and you only, like, send it to family members, right? To see, like, oh, look, the kids are, like, reacting to these shows and, like, that'd be cute. It's more like when you introduce money, it's kind of like strange, right? Yeah. Lamau, did they skip Dragon Ball? Absolutely, because Dragon Ball Z is the best thing ever and Dragon Ball is lame. So, yeah. God, starting at Z is so terrible. That's not true. I started with Z and it was great. Literally incomprehensible. Absolutely not. That was my first show I ever watched. So, if I can do it as a kid, then so can they. Look how far Piccolo has come. From what? You never saw him as a villain. Well, initially he was hesitant to help people, right? Even in Dragon Ball Z. And now he's helping Goku. He's come far. Keep Watching is about to show them the Falcon soundtrack. We'll get to it, okay, I'm sure. 5+ years ago, a Blind Wave fan film would have been Channel Awesome or AVGN Movies tier. We missed out. That is true. All right, wait.
Wait to watch on my laptop. I want you guys to see the original Dragon Ball Z version of when he transformed. I think it's a little better.
Oh my god, he's even showing them alternate versions.
So
what does he say? Is like I don't even know. Goku has a thing and he's like struggling to talk, whatever. It's like, you won't get away with this or something like that, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to show my kids what I grew up with. And wow. Honestly, it was pretty much just as effective to me, I think, on here. I think you guys all really like the moment. How'd you guys feel about comparing what I grew up with what you just saw?
It's definitely newer now.
Yeah, it's a little newer now, but you're also watching it like a low quality version that someone probably had on a VHS. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then they put it on. And they put it on their computer and they put it on YouTube.
Isn't Dragon Ball Z though? Isn't like on stuff though?
Yeah, it is on DVDs and stuff like that. I don't know if Dragon Ball Z. Is it the one I grew up with? Hopefully it is because it's superior.
Actually, it was at some point. I don't know if it still is, but
that we knew before. He never knew where he came from. Didn't know about the planet. Didn't know anything about himself. But now he knows. Yeah. And he cares. He's also interwoven. You guys remember he combined with Nail? Yeah. So he has a little bit of Nail's memories too. But now he's I don't know if he's dead, but he's about dead. Okay. He got shot right here through the lung. He could still live possibly.
Yeah, right here. Now, his anatomy might be different. What? His anatomy might be different.
It could be different, yeah.
If they don't need to eat, I guarantee it's different.
Okay, that's fair.
They don't have a digestive system. They don't.
But Piccolo's down, and Krillin is absolutely dead. There's no mistake about it. It's definitely a shitty way to go. And he's like, Goku, help me! Like, actually, Goku. You know, in my version, I think he says, Goku, help me! And then he dies. He doesn't just say Goku. It's a lot more sad.
Blood or just explosion?
It was an explosion that was so big, like, it probably vaporized all the blood. Which means like it turned into a
damn.
Okay. What you guys remember? What one thing Krillin wants when he, you know, he
wanted a girlfriend.
He wanted a girlfriend, yeah. But now that Goku is a Super Saiyan, do you think Evangeline he'll turn the tide in the fight?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Well, it would have been worse. Like he could.
You better run for your life.
Huh?
He could have killed his son instead, but he killed Krillin.
Yeah, he killed Krillin. I think
No, wait, no. If he would have killed us, he's probably has a better. I don't know. Gohan and Krillin.
I mean, his son is his son.
But his best friend, he's gonna say
It
his
don't
kid.
Would you go crazy for your
Don't
best?
matter. Once you have kids, nothing matters but
Would
that.
you go crazy for your best friend, or if Makai or me died, or any of your?
Obviously, any of my kids trumps anybody. Anybody.
You would turn into like super blue.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
If Gohan died, and he probably would have won Super Saiyan.
More?
More Super Saiyan.
But you like the boogies?
Yes.
Yeah, I loved it. I still thought it was pretty good watching it on the Kai version.
Did
it was a great movie.
it live up to it? With this fight, the scene?
No, I thought they understood how important it was, so that I think they.
Oh my god, we're at the end almost. Oh my
To
God.
me, it felt pretty similar. It felt pretty similar.
Yeah.
Except for the music. But
the music was awesome because you heard in the background.
Yeah, I like Dragon Ball Z's music more. But Dragon Ball Z's music was composed for American children who are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
This Dragon Ball Z Kai is like trying to make it so it's as close to the Japanese and as close to the manga as I can get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad we got here, guys. This is one of the things that when we started this journey, I was very excited about. I knew it was going to be pretty hype, and I hope you guys liked the reaction because I was pretty into it myself. Anyways, guys, if you don't want to wait until next week when we have Goku, Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza, go to Patreon right now. It's on there. So yeah, much love. If not, see you next week.
Epic. My goodness. One of the funniest reaction things I've seen is when Tiabu was reacting to Mushoku Tensei and suddenly went from doing 1 hour videos to multiple 4 hour long videos because he was coming down from a psychedelic trip and his whole mind was open up and it fucked up his discussions for like 4 episodes. That's pretty funny. That's the most Tiabu thing I've ever heard of. Poor guy, I hope he's healthy now. You know, I know his cancer was a bit of a health scare there, but I hope he's okay now. The original version. You know what he means, Miller. Okay. Does best friend mean Eric? Probably. No, to be the person he react. No, is that his cousin? The person he reacts to? I don't know. I don't know the Shane lore, okay? Whose kids have a brighter future in the reaction industry? Aaron's or Shane's? I mean, Aaron has the legacy of Blind Wave, right? They'll be able to inherit it one day. Shane's have, I guess Third Street Let's have a look. Let's have a look, guys. All right. Not view stats. I guess view stats as well. Social Blade. 3rd Street reactions. What are their graphs looking like? Oh, look at this exponential growth, and then a bit downward. Oh, was this the One Piece bump when they were they reacting to One Piece? I don't even remember. Probably not, right? Let's compare them to Film Buff. We know that Film Buff is steadily growing. Oh, he dominates. Jesus, but I guess Third Street Reactions is coming up strong. What about compared to his old workplace, Blind Wave? Ay, not looking good. God, it would be the greatest day of my life if Shane Farley returned to Blind Wave. My God. Aaron's will replace Rick one day. Maybe. It is crazy to think about how Blind Wave has been around for like almost 10 years. It is crazy. So sad Nahid hasn't uploaded in a while. True. How's he doing? Oh wait, we gotta watch this.
I'm right. I said Henry a long time ago. No, not only am I going to slap you as hard as I can, Aaron, I'm going to do it with the full power of Zoom.
I'm telling you, it's not right. I said it was going to be Henry.
Son of a bitch.
Crazy.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
I don't know.
You to learn the slap is coming.
Good. No way.
See you guys for the fight.
I'm so excited for that fight whenever it comes out.
Hey guys, Crew Blind Wave.
But this really takes me back, guys, because I think, if I could be wrong, but I think this was like the first thing they used, because they, in their mailbag, they received like a really expensive 4K drone from Michael, was like the guy's name. And it was like so cool to see like, oh my god, in the mailbag, they got this crazy stuff. And then they used it for this. Oops. And that's why there's like so many drone shots here. Because it's like, oh my god, they're using their new drone that they got. Anyway. Those were the days. Long gone are those days though. Alright. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours. Oh my god. But I didn't put in the title this time that it's a short stream, so yeah. Has the camera been desyncing for anyone? Has it been strange? Alright, what are we going to do to end this? What are the comments saying? They're also close to 1 billion views as well. That's kind of more interesting. Currently 989 million. They should cross 1 billion in less than 2 months. Best damn reaction channel. True. What would you say is the worst show they watched? Well, Inhumans, obviously, right? Yeah, Inhumans. Nothing comes close to. It's Titans for me, dog. At least Inhumans was kind of fun. I don't know if Inhumans was fun. Secret Invasion. She-Hulk was so bad. Do you think these three say the Acolyte or something? Batwoman. Oh, the Acolyte. There we go. Supergirl. The Flash. That's pretty wild take there. I dislike all CW shows on principle. They're very brave. Have you seen the guy sending the Yu Yu Hakusho stuff every mailbag for the past few years? It's so sad. No, I don't think I've watched mailbag for the past few years. But that's very funny. I'm sure they'll react to it eventually. They have long lives ahead of them. There'll be another writer's strike where they'll have to watch more anime, I'm sure. Is there any reason they didn't continue Legion? It wasn't popular enough. Oh, massive copyright problems. There we go. Jake has let us know. The newest crew member of Blind Wave has spoken. Miller's best friend ever since their interaction in the comment section. Uh-oh. Regional pricing. While I fully understand and appreciate the value you place in your Patreon content, I want to bring up a point that might be of interest. For many of your international fans, particularly those in developing countries, the monthly fee of $15 can be quite a significant expense. I believe that offering regional pricing options could make your content more accessible to a wider audience and potentially increase your overall support base. I understand that this might require some additional effort, blah, 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 sure. And Aaron responds here, thank you for the thoughts. I will bring this up and see how it can work between Patreon or even our website. How great. Ay, ay, ay. Just got here to say the blue lock, PNG lock, frame lock allegations is hilarious. I do see that on TikTok all the time. Is it actually bad or is it just like people are clipping bad parts from it or something? But it does look pretty bad from what I've seen. Anyway. What else have we got to do? The normies, of course. Dead subreddit. Alright, let's do one more Hoodle. And I guess the opening, and then we're done. It's the most PNG show I've ever seen in a while. That's, oh, shame. I just realized I can, look at this, autofocus, guys. My goodness, wait. Oh, my hands are clear. And now I'm clear. I don't know, maybe that didn't do anything. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Is it one word? First try. Video not available. Am I going to get blocked now because I played the 2 seconds there? I guess we'll see. It's a groovy one. Call of the Night. Never heard of it. Anohana, the flower we saw that day. My favorite anime. Not anymore though. Heavenly Delusion is probably my favorite anime these days, but anyway. ReZero? It can't be because I would have recognized it more. Where is it? Oh, it is ReZero. Oh, well, there we go. We've done this one before. Full Metal Alchemist. All right. Listen. No. I have no idea who this is. But it's giving me, The Doctor's Daughter. No. Is this a Jodie episode? Because I don't remember any of this. I don't remember a smartphone. But it could literally be anything. Like Capaldi could have just put one down randomly at some point. I don't know. It's not the God Complex, but may as well try it. Oh, it is Capaldi. Oh, Face the Raven. Clara's wearing her grey sweater that we love so much. Just like Mrs. Flood in that one episode. Excellent. It's really bad for some fans, but I find it hilarious and really funny. I'm playing the evil one here. That's good to see. We love evil roles. That's why I'm always the antagonist when it comes to anime and manga. And subs and dubs. Okay. Oh boy. One Piece just made history and pushed the limits of what an episode is capable of. Sorry, what a episode is capable of.
It's even possible. How is this even possible? Like, how in the hell does Toei Animation and their staff, the people they hire, keep raising the bar higher and higher than I have ever seen? Like, what I legit just watched is honestly something that no words I say with what I know of the English alphabet could properly describe just how insane this episode was. And I want to say it right now. I want to just hands down say this. Episode of the year. This could be in part to recency.
I thought I was going to say like episode of all time, but episode of the year, okay.
Bias, but if it's not the episode of the year in terms of like all anime I've watched, it is definitely the best episode of One Piece for all of this year. Like straight up.
This was not the praise I was expecting here.
The absolute quality and just immersion that was poured into this episode special is something that is of movie level quality. And I understand now why people get so upset with One Piece. It's jealousy. It is straight up envy and jealousy. And I understand that completely. When I take a hard look at just this episode special of One Piece and see what's on display just for a literal special, okay? I'm just like, this beats, hands down, basically 90% of anime that is aired this year in terms of episode animation and art quality and directing for the storyboarding and stuff. Hands down, this beats 90% of all the stuff that's aired this year. Like, that's actually insane. And look, I love One Piece. I'm a fanboy, yeah.
Is it really that insane? Isn't One Piece like the most popular, like, media product on the internet or something?
I'm not like a hyper mega fanboy. I can notice and talk about flaws of the series. I'm not going to be someone that's blind to everything, but I will say when something is just straight up quality and it is actually pushing that limit of like, how is this even possible for a TV release instead of a movie release? I mean that. I would 100% mean when I say that this is honestly, I don't know how this was possible. I don't know how long it took Toei Animation to really cook this and bring this out, but whatever the case may be, we need to take a moment to really just talk about the individual that directed this fan letter episode for One Piece, Ishitani Megami. She has definitely gotten a lot more active roles as of late in the past few years. I mean, with Dragon Ball to even One Piece as of late. And it's very clear that Toei Animation is very well aware of the skill set that Ishitani is capable of. It's become more obvious, especially allowing Ishitani to direct this entire episode, One Piece fan letter, and it's like an in-between transition into like the remake of Fishman Island into also the 6-month hiatus of the One Piece anime. It's a very important role to have. Like, what Ishitani just got to be able to direct this episode was extremely important because it bridges the gap from like people that are watching the current anime to people.
Alright, we got enough. That's enough Chibi reviews for now. He kind of spittin'. True, when he's right, he's right. Doesn't it feel great to have Chibi reviews as an ally right now, Miller?
Can you believe
I've never really looked at his, like, banner here. Certainly interesting. Do you think you've seen all of these? Probably, right? Oh my god, it's Android 21. Not even from an anime. I don't know who that is. Deku. The Mugen from Samurai Champloo. Levi. Is that Jotaro? Crazy. Alright, we're done, guys. We're done. He kind of spitting true, but I read that already, and I said true the first time, so too. Okay. Oh, we're getting reactions to it. One Piece fan letter was cinema. Alright. Let me check my final notes here. Was there anything else I had to talk about? Alright, Mishoka Tensei tier list. Nope, we're done. Almost as good as the best guy ever banner. Have a look. What is his name? Or is his channel gone? Oh no, best guy ever. Wait, not best buy ever. I don't even know what oh, that's him, I'm guessing. Oh my god, it's Nia Tepelin with the best character design of all time, which you can check out that video if you go to the Ordinary Ari channel. You know, for the first, like, 6 hours, it was 1 of 1. The most popular video on my channel for the first 6 hours. Pretty crazy. But then it fell off. Oh, it's shapes. Crazy. Anyway, you know what is the actual best banner? Elite Ari. It was a stroke of genius when I thought of it. I make videos about things I find interesting. Because I do. It's so true. Your backdrop is boring. Spice it up. Get neon Elite Ari sign or something. That'd be funny. Maybe. You know who has a neon sign in their background? Mr. Girl. I think. What's his call-in show? I don't even know where to find it. He's banned everywhere, right? Mr. Girl call-in show.
Hi, what's up? You got a camera?
When you said that my
Yep, see, there we go. It says hotline. He'll be my inspiration for my set design. Alright, anyway. Does Gren Lagann get better? I've watched 5 episodes. I think if you like the opening scene of the show, where it's like, interdimensional waterfall, prepare the super galactic cannon, all the lights in the heavens are our enemy now. If you like all that, you're gonna like the show. But without spoiling it, it's like there's multiple. It's not just the single genre. It like how it evolves as the show goes on. So probably, Mr. Girl and the Blind Wave reactions are great, by the way, to Gurren Lagann. Mr. Girl reacting to Mushoku Tensei would be the funniest thing to ever happen. No, I think you have like a warped perception of Mushoku Tensei. I think it'd be funny for him to like react to like fan service in My Hero Academia or something. Like something more mundane. You know. Hey, I'm back from meeting. Welcome back. Well, I'm just about to finish this stream. No Miller the Killer, it does not get better. What does not get better? Oh, Gurren Lagann. I mean, okay, undeniably, it will change. It will be a very different show by the end of it. Why were you talking in an American accent? Don't tell me. Was I talking in an American accent? What does that even mean? What is Miller talking about? Water bottle. Water bottle. There we go. Not all change is for the better. Sometimes it's just neutral. No, definitionally, change is always better. That's how it works. Did you watch it subbed? Oh, dubbed? No, subbed. I watched it dubbed. The dub's great. The voice actor for Gohan is coming as voice actor. We love it. And the voice actor for Lelouch was some other character, whatever his name was. I don't remember his name. No, Gurren Lagann's, it's great. I love it. And if you don't like it, you're a bad person, basically. Ew, Ari? What? For watching it dubbed? I feel like you're being the ill one now. You're the gross one for not having an open mind, you know? Being racist toward the English language. I don't know if you're making a joke, but the idea that all change is for the better is very controversial. It goes back to Plato. Yeah, I'm more of like a Diogenes fan, right? I follow his philosophy more, so all change is always for the better. If you pluck all the feathers off a chicken, is it still a chicken? Keep that in mind, okay? Alright, anyway. Alright, I got nothing else to talk about. We're at the end of the stream. 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 28 seconds right now, if you can believe it. I mean, you can probably check by looking at the bar at the bottom, but... Ay. Thanks for coming. Let me think. When am I going to stream next? So today is Monday, the 21st of October. Tomorrow, I think I might actually be playing games with friends, hopefully. We're going to finish Valheim, hopefully. We'll see. Maybe not, though. And then we're going to start playing Satisfactory. How exciting. Well, I guess, like, replaying Satisfactory. So tomorrow I might be busy. And then Wednesday is Chainsaw Man, so I'll probably be busy. Unless there's, like, a 2-week break. I don't remember. So maybe Thursday will be the next time I stream. Maybe not. I guess we'll see. Bionicle or One Piece tonight? I don't know. Maybe nothing. It's so hard to predict. What the hell is this?
Alright, what's up, guys? Today I'm here with
Tyrone Magnus.
Tyrone Magnus. So today
This is
we're
crazy.
asking, what is your biggest pet peeve in the gym?
I have several. The one that speaks to me right now is, see, a few years ago with smartphones, only a few people really had them. Now everybody's got them. Everybody's a social influencer. Everybody's busy on their phones. When you was a hardcore gym dude, you walked in, you had like 60 seconds in between your set.
Yeah.
You might have your journal, you writing down what you need. You know what you did, what you're gonna do next week. Now people are on their phones, texting in the middle of sets.
Yep. Amen. We hate it.
In the middle of their sets.
Yep.
FaceTiming in the middle of their sets. While you sitting there waiting for the machine, you getting cold, you losing your pump, and they ain't doing shit.
All right, what's up, guys?
Damn right. Spitting facts there, Tyrone. Thank you. Tyrone Magnus the Legend. I can't believe he has an IRL video. That's crazy to me. All right. Anyway, I gotta go. All right. Are you gonna play Subnautica 2, Ari? I guess I'd have to play Subnautica 1 first, right? I don't know. I do technically own it, I think. Someone gifted it to me as a birthday present. So I'll play it eventually. Oh my god. Biggest pet peeve in the gym. Woke. True. The women in the gym, right? Tyrone would say that in a traditional society, women would not be in the gym. They would be in the house or something, right? But I write in my journal on my phone at the gym, Tyrone. Please forgive me. The best time to... I mean, all of my great video ideas have basically come from when I'm in the gym and I'm just like resting between sets and I'm on my phone and I'm like writing down my like video ideas basically. I think that's where the revelation as the climax video came from and many other video ideas. Anyway, I looked at the wrong camera. I have 2 cameras right now, if you can believe it. You know, my webcam over here and my darkness, then redness, then whiteness. My main camera, my iPhone 11 Pro. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.